I gotta listen to it at work tomorrow.
I mean, like I said, yo. Another day, another great weekend, long weekend if you're a sports dad.
Man.
Jesus
It's
Christ.
definitely that season for you.
Man, listen, man. Let me introduce my family. I got my man Aheezy in here. What's up, brother?
What up, though?
Aheezy,
going on,
our resident sports gambling expert. Troy, what's good?
Oh, man. Not much, man. You know, just happy back to the show. Always get to kick it with my guys, talk that stuff. These opinions be hilarious.
Talk that ish.
We all definitely got to be held accountable
Yeah.
today.
Hey, nigga, everybody got to be held
accountable
Shit.
today.
Goddamn.
It,
Goddamn. What's up, cuz? We
Cuz
got our
came
cuz back. What's good, man? What's up, Donovan?
Nothing much. Just watching a lot of basketball.
Ladies man, Donovan, call in. What's the number?
He said, don't put that out there.
No, I'm not a ladies man.
Not a ladies
Call
man.
in.
248-838-3661. Holla at Donovan. That's all I'm saying.
No, please don't.
But if you don't want to holler at Donovan, give us opinions of the show. But what's been good with you, cuz? It's been a little bit. It's been a little minute since we seen you.
Nothing. Just working. And like I said, I really just been watching a bunch of sports. I haven't seen y'all since the Bucks lost. So
Damn,
Yeah,
you ain't been here for a
I
minute.
ain't been here.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, kind of
Damn.
disappointed.
So, obviously
Them
like
man
to catch
Portland.
up to. Disappointing. Yeah.
I know you already touched on that, but
Well, sure, let's get to it. Like,
Hold on. Introduce the fifth guest of the show.
Oh, fifth guest of the show. We obviously all know Sports and Other Issues sponsored by alcohol. Today,
Not
the
official
alcohol,
sponsor,
not
but this is
official
what we
sponsor,
repping,
but
yeah.
just alcohol we repping. So it was Crown Vanilla 2 weeks ago. Then it's Crown Apple last week. This week we sponsored by Henny.
Good old hen dog.
Goody Henny. Everybody.
Uncle Shannon drink.
The shit that burn your chest, baby. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Let's go with Donovan, man. Since you ain't been here in a minute, so obviously we go straight to the finals. Finals, 3-1, Toronto, bro. Tell me, do you think anybody predicted this?
No.
yes and no.
Facts.
So I say yes once everyone found out that KD's injury was more serious than what it was.
3-1, no steal? I know prediction to win, but 3-1?
No, I had some people picking Toronto in 5. I had Golden State in 6, so I didn't predict it.
Yeah, no,
But I
we
had
all got to
people
be
talking.
held accountable.
Now, one thing is that people just talk because people want to be right. They want
Yeah,
to be like,
they
oh,
don't
I
know.
predicted that. So I don't know if
That's what
seriously
I'm saying. How many people legitimately do you think really thought
Yeah, who
Toronto
is
will
these
go
niggas?
3-1, dog?
I think that's very slim.
Yeah,
Like,
dog.
even people that
Yeah.
predicted Toronto, they felt like it was either 6 or 7.
Hell yeah.
So I don't think too many people legit picked
5?
it.
Shit. So do you
that's
think
tough.
it's over in 5?
No.
Okay.
Well,
So I'm asking you this. So you still say
Golden
Toronto
State
in
in
7? Golden State in 7? Because if I'm with you, I do think it's going 5. And in my opinion, I do think it's going 6. And in my opinion, if it goes 6, man, Golden State ain't losing at the Oracle.
No.
And oh boy, KD hopefully back, but Hayes, I saw him. This picture, I be seeing Troy Hayes. Either one of y'all want to touch on it? That motherfucking ice is down
By that
a little
Achilles.
bit lower than that
By that
motherfucking
Achilles.
calf, fam. Flat out.
It's down there by that Achilles, but I don't know, man. I see this like this, man. They on the ropes, man. Golden State is on the ropes,
shit, they on
and
the
and the referee looking in this motherfucker like he ready to stop this bitch. he looking like, man, I'm about to
He ready
stop
to
this
jump
bitch.
in.
He ready to jump
Right.
in.
My nigga
And-
Steve Willis last
and-
night. I got to
and-
talk about
in
that.
In this game, man, they better weave out this motherfucker. If not, it's over with. It is over with. And I put money on Golden State, man. And this is, and to me, it's really been all about one thing with Golden State in this series. To me, it's about their defense.
Yeah.
They scored 109 points in the first 3 games. How much they scored? 104 in the fourth or something in the fourth game. But if you was to tell me that you can score 109 points in the finals,
And lose by double digits.
and you're
You're
you know what I'm
giving
saying?
up some buckets,
and,
bruh.
and ultimately you're down. You know what I'm saying? Anybody would take that. So that means you're not stopping anybody. You're scoring way more than enough points. If somebody say you was going to score this amount of points for the finals, and you're giving up more than that, your ass is not playing no
defense.
You got to play some defense, and they're not doing that.
Go ahead, Troy. What you want?
Let's just frame it. One, I want to. We're going to talk about Toronto, but I definitely want to talk about them because it's not even about what Golden State isn't doing. It's what Toronto's doing.
Yeah.
And Kawhi, man, it's just sometimes players get that glow, certain things going. And what I'm just seeing is a player that has looked like he's mastered the game. Everything is just so calm. He's going at one speed. He's seeing what he needs to do. The defense comes out. He's getting to his spot, getting somebody on their hip. All right, I'm about to just turn into a fadeaway. All right, you step back here. I'm going to just pull up.
Hey, everything is so
and he's
efficient.
so strong. Everything is efficient.
So efficient, bro.
He rarely takes a bad shot. Yes. You get what I'm saying? So when someone that efficient, he's only missed 3 free throws, damn near shot 50 of them. You know, it's more so about what Toronto's doing. And then when I go back to just Golden State, these past 2 finals that they won with KD, they've been damn near averaging 120 points.
I'm about to say,
so they haven't
109.
had to play defense.
Yeah,
so when you scored 120, because you look at that 2017 finals, that was basketball at such a high level. Almost every game was in the 120s offensively. They like, man, we don't even got to play defense. KD getting 35, Steph averaging 30, and they matching Bron and Kyrie.
And, you know, Troy, I'm glad you touched on that because in the past years, it's been public perception that the Warriors actually play D. If you really look at it, because their defense's efficiency rating to be this and that,
it's the
you know, all of the nerd
ratings.
ratings. And I'm glad you brought it up because
the
to me, still the eye test.
Rate.
I'm still an eye test nigga, dog. You can have, I mean, I know analytics play a point in this shit. I'm still an eye test nigga, and you niggas ain't playing D. Kawhi out here, and like you said, is really, they had somebody to match with Bron. It was K fucking D.
I'm Macho 35.
It can match with Bron.
KD does help on defense.
And not only that, he could match. He's going to give you, Kawhi get 30, KD got 30.
Quick point,
you know what I'm saying? Like against LeBron, he was going, nigga, he was lighting them niggas up.
And this is where I say they missed KD. You look at the last game, perfect example. When Toronto's making that run in the second quarter, when they coming out in that lead, took the lead in the third, or they cut it to 4 points. That's them possessions. All right, we can't score. Just give it to KD.
He gonna get that bucket.
He gonna clear it out for you. Score over your man. We either gonna stop they run or we gonna push our lead out. They're going 4 and 5 minutes without scoring.
The craziest thing was, I'm gonna go back to last series in Portland. I gave Steve Kerr a lot of credit by the way he defended Dame. If you look at Nick Nurse, game, what was that, 3? He ran a boxing 1 on Steph, and it worked. Like, that's a high school defense. And the reason why they missed KD at, like Troy was saying, is now you can run a boxing 1, even if Clay's healthy. You could just shade someone towards his side, and who else is going to make a play for you?
Yeah. Steph looked frustrated. I haven't seen him this frustrated.
His
in a while.
shot looked crazy.
He hitching every time.
Yeah,
My cousin brought it up.
I was just about to say that.
Shout out to Dave, my cousin Dave.
What
Everybody
up, though,
know.
man?
He said it.
Hey, one of them cold ass hoopers too.
Man,
shit.
He head faking every time.
Nigga,
he not just releasing with no conscience, huh?
Wait, man, my bad.
Big freaky,
speaking
man.
on Dave Hoskins,
man.
but let's introduce the two guests. It's always a family affair in this bitch. My brother Kobe, what's good, boy?
I want to say I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Fact,
We gonna get to you. You gonna get your
Say
time.
what's up, real. Nope. Hold on, Kobe.
We gonna get to Kobe.
We gonna get to Kobe.
Hey, this nigga came in apologizing.
Yeah, hold on. Hey, real. What up, though?
What's Stu Scott say? What will happen?
What up, though, fellas?
What's the deal, boy?
What up, though?
All right, man. Real, no disrespect, but we about to shoot at this nigga because everybody was saying Warriors, so we all gotta be holding ourselves accountable.
Right.
But this nigga over
wrong.
here said Warriors in 3.
No, I want to hear him say it.
I said
No,
Warriors.
he said
I said Warriors in 13 quarters.
13 quarters.
I said the Warriors gonna win in 13 quarters.
Damn.
He looked at me
Boys are
crazy for saying I respect him. I said, man, I just respect him. I still thought the Warriors gonna win, but I said
That
I
last
respect
game
him. He
hurt,
looked at me
man.
crazy.
I just
I
knew
didn't
they
even
was
think
gonna
they
win that
needed
last
KD as much as they do.
No, man.
I didn't think so either.
Kawhi is commanding them to double team, and the Warriors' rotation off the double team is terrible.
I've never
It is
been so wrong
literally
about
silly.
anything in my life.
Man, we just really got to shout out just Toronto.
That's what I'm
just
saying.
Personnel. Every time I look up, I'm like, dang, another person hitting the shot.
Fleet.
And
Ibaka.
how? Yeah, like how
Ibaka goes
Ibaka
nuts.
came
Thank
through out
you.
the middle of nowhere.
Like how the Warriors
Kyle
frustrate
Lowry.
you.
Why is
somebody
Kyle
else
Lowry
scoring.
hooping so hard now?
Hey, we got to
Okay,
hold
but
ourselves
listen.
accountable for that too. 'Cause we went hard on
Oh,
Kyle.
we
He definitely went hard on Kyle.
But he's still
I said I
team
respect
please.
him.
No,
Yeah, we
that
went
nigga
hard on
hooping, bro.
Kyle,
That
man.
nigga hooping in the finals,
you
bro.
don't-
He doing it.
He
He
hooping
doing
in
it.
the
Toronto
finals.
has also caught many breaks. I understand that.
Them fouls is
No,
annoying.
not even that.
Bruh.
What break?
Come
Toronto
on, bro.
is doing doing what Houston was supposed to. They take advantage
hey,
of
man, get
KD
this
not
guy
being
off the
there.
mic, man.
They
We're gonna-
take advantage of Clay not playing.
We're gonna speak
Steph
on
is
that.
getting
That
held
was
on
huge.
those screens,
Hey,
man.
hey,
It's
hey,
I don't
still,
care what
it's
nobody
still
say.
huge. It's
Kobe.
still huge. Say
Kobe.
it's not huge.
Kobe,
Admit,
listen,
say
Kobe,
it's not huge.
This is
not
what I'm
huge.
saying, Kobe.
Is he
it's
not
huge.
being held on the screens though?
Kobe, what I'm saying is this, dog. Y'all
Not
tell we
huge.
just got done talking about.
Yeah.
We got to get Toronto props, and now they got a lot of breaks to
No,
be
no,
up
no, no.
3-1.
No, Toronto.
Hell
I'm giving
no.
them props. I said they did what they were supposed to do. If somebody is not playing, you're supposed to take advantage of it, and that's what they're doing.
All-stars.
They still got 3 But listen,
Nah, that ain't.
listen.
saying, bro,
Houston
they-
couldn't do it. Could Houston do it when KD was
Hey,
out? No,
hey,
they
hey,
couldn't.
okay.
Toronto is doing it. I said you
Y'all
still
talk
got to
about-
give them props. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Clay didn't play.
Man,
They
that
took
shit-
advantage of
What
it.
you got to say, Red?
KD wasn't there,
simple.
and Houston still lost.
What you got to say,
You got
Red?
it.
Coaching.
Yep, Nick Nurse.
It's
Nick, I'm
fucking
saying, Nick
coaching.
Nurse.
What you
stop
seeing,
coaching
Coach?
this
I just want to know because I'm gonna defend Kerr, but I want to hear from you. What you
Ooh,
seeing
you
from
defending Kerr?
I'm gonna defend him.
Down
I'm just saying.
3-1.
What I'm
I want to
saying
hear
is-
you.
I just think they making Golden State make their weaknesses their strengths, and they having to rely on it too much. You have to rely on too much Iguodala, too much role players. Man, that shit is. They're a
Facts.
good team.
Facts.
They're a great team. They've been a great team for 7
Hey,
years.
Hey,
But bro,
hey, real.
they
let me ask
run
you.
off of Steph, Clay,
Yeah.
and whoever
Yeah,
else
yeah,
is in there, that
yeah.
third person, whoever it may be. It'd be KD.
Real,
it'd
I
be
want you to
fucking
touch on this.
Iguodala when he was younger. It'd be fucking whoever. It take 3 of them.
I want you to touch on this, dog,
And
because
Boogie ain't doing it
because
for real. He fucking them
dog.
up too. He's
Hey,
killing them.
I was about to say that.
No Boogie.
I want to go to you because you the big fella in the motherfucking room. That's my post player, pick and roll niggas all day, Southwest,
Hey,
YMCA,
no
what up,
pick and
dog?
roll today, man.
You who today?
Yeah, and, Drew League, not the Drew. Is it
He's
Drew?
at the Drew League.
Drew League.
Shout out to
Drew
LaMelo. He
League.
balled out.
Nigga did look like he just flew in from LA, man.
He got the shades on.
Yeah,
What you
yeah.
call the league? Henry Ford.
Oh, okay.
LaMelo balled out in that
So,
Drew League.
so,
yesterday.
but what I was about
He
to
did?
say, yeah, he was hooping.
Yeah,
He was hooping a
25.
little bit. He was hooping. I watched like the highlights. He did some good shit. Did some
He
bad shit.
looked
It was
different,
a-
bro.
he
But I
looked
like
okay.
you could tell, like, my bad, not to go into
Go ahead,
tangent,
yeah, yeah,
but he
yeah.
like dunking with ease.
Oh
now,
yeah,
man.
he said, yeah.
Hey, he is a little bounce. He
better than
bouncy
his
and
brother.
wild.
No,
I'm sorry.
I don't think he better than Lonzo.
I'll take him over
6'7".
Lonzo.
I don't think he better
I
than
think
Lonzo.
he is. I think he is. I
He's
think
I don't
he'd
think
be
better
better.
than Lonzo.
I think
And
he'd
he
be better
can shoot.
scored,
I
yeah.
don't think he better than Lonzo,
Yeah.
fellas.
Yeah.
But we'll
Lonzo
see.
can't get a bucket
We'll
one on
see.
one. But my bad.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
got for the question.
And that
Yeah.
middle nigga need
Oh,
to be
yeah.
a tight end.
Oh, he just a bad business nigga. He ain't hooping though. He ain't hooping.
He
Nah.
just a
He gonna be
business
sitting right
nigga.
behind
He
LeVar.
gonna- You know
Him
how
and
LeBron,
Him
how
and
LeBron getting his boys jobs, they gonna be getting him jobs. He vice president of
Shout out, like,
marketing,
he gonna be the VP of everything.
vice president.
That's Rich Paul. He gonna be Rich Paul of their family.
Hey, it's cool. They just hoop with him at Lifetime. Fuck it, bro.
Hey, everybody, all the real niggas hooping there anyway.
Killing niggas at Lifetime.
Killing
family
niggas at Lifetime.
encouragement.
Shannon Fry. With Shannon
Good
Fry.
run. Get
See
some
y'all
good
niggas
run.
next year at Lifetime.
Hey, but real. So I want to touch on it because we was talking about coaching, and then we go to see what Troy. Because I want to hear Troy defend Kerr.
Yeah.
But coaching wise, let me ask you this, because this is something I saw as a coach, and I give this punk dude props. It's my guy, but he's a punk. Donnie. He was talking about it for the first time. He's right for the
Vegas?
first time. No, yeah, Vegas was right for
Oh
the
my
first time.
God.
Right, and you know I don't want to
It's
give him
a
props.
Solar.
Yeah, you know I don't want to give him props, but yeah, he finally was right, and he was talking. I mean, he said it. He said the last 3 series, but this series finally worked. And I think the bigs, like you just said, they making their motherfucking strengths their weaknesses. Y'all good at small ball. Gasol, Siakam, and motherfucking Ibaka. You know what I'm saying? Do you think they outplaying them with the bigs? Against the big fella?
Yeah, I think they just it don't even look like this because it's still like a nice pace, but I think they slowing them down, not slowing them the hell down. They just slowing them niggas down enough and just bullying them
They interrupting
just
everything.
enough, and it's throwing that because Golden State is like an assembly line. That shit runs so when the fucking one line is down. It just kind of throws shit off, man, and they a little off their rocker, and that shit fucking them up, man. That somebody was talking about when I walked in that 2-3 minutes without score, that shit ain't never happened.
Not for no Golden State, bro.
Dog.
Like, if you even look at the last game, the game was like between 10 and 13 points for like 4 minutes. There's like, yeah, the Raptors hasn't scored in 4 minutes, but Golden State didn't score.
And it was the same score. I'm
Yeah,
like,
and
oh
I'm
well,
like-
that was their chance. That
And
was
then
game
when they do
3.
score,
That was
yeah.
game, I'm like, oh, it's over.
And then when they do score, they come back and hit a 3. But I was just saying about just Kerr, I think it's only so much he can do. I really think the rotation is limited. When you go all out on KD That's going to take away from your bench. So now you look at the people he's
I don't
forced
think
to
he's
play.
going deep enough. And I think he's playing the wrong people.
I can't say that. I think
Bell needs
I
to
would
play
love
more.
to see Bell play more. When he was putting Jarebko out there, I don't ever want to see him touch a
that's
court
some
ever
bullshit.
again.
That's some bullshit.
If you gonna
that
miss
was
threes,
that was
bruh.
like Hail Mary. That was like fucking.
But if you
that's-
gonna miss threes,
Yeah.
that's annoying me. But I just really
he be
think,
missing a rim and shit. Though, like, come on,
bro, give your team a chance.
Like, come on, bro.
I feel like the scheme, it's the same scheme, but it's a combination of teams have caught up to it. Let's just go back in history right quick. Let's look at that Spurs in Heat finals, the rematch. This Heat had that whole trapping defense, right?
Oh, yeah, everything changed.
They want to speed you up. But the thing about Toronto is they get a good shot every time. So when you want to trap people, you want to be able to
They rotation
just speed
is
the
terrible,
game up.
bro.
But they're getting a good shot. But the thing is, they're picking the mismatches.
Yeah.
Steph is always getting caught on Ibaka.
Bang.
Gasol is always catching a little guy.
Bang.
And then Boogie. The problem is outside of them, they small. They don't have nobody even rebound, man. It's
Man,
just,
no rim protector neither.
That's always
See,
been
but-
Golden State's weakness.
yeah.
But the thing is,
But see,
KD,
thank you.
KD make you he don't make it
That's
hurt.
what I
you.
was just
He
saying.
don't make it hurt.
The
you.
public perception.
Because
Because
he'll go
he's 7
bored.
foot.
He'll
Yeah.
go bored.
Hey, and that's what I'm saying. So it looked like we bored, and it looked like we getting a couple steals, and
So
we
it's like
winning.
it's like we don't need no
and we
big.
winning.
Thank you.
And
Until
so,
you ain't got none, and them
and so
niggas put
and the
three
thing-
out there.
And like
on
you
your
said,
ass.
if you
Facts.
the thing is now, like y'all said, Golden State, it looks crazy. Like you said, they always play the speed up game, which means that you always got a chance to pop them because if they don't score, you're gonna have a lot of possessions.
And you getting layups. So if
And
they
you
miss
end
a
up getting,
three.
yeah, they miss a three, you getting a bunny.
But the thing
So-
with that
And if they
is,
don't turn you over,
what,
my bad.
what other team in the playoffs gave Golden State the most frustration this year?
Only
Clippers.
Houston.
The
Oh, and
Oh no,
Clippers,
the Clippers
too.
was fooling.
If you give the Clippers Kawhi, they probably beat them because they got Montrezl.
Montrezl
Harrell
Harrell was
a
fooling.
beast
Thank you.
on
Same
the
shit.
block.
Yep.
Them damn boards,
Yep, them
man.
damn boards. Yes,
So
sir.
many
They-
extra
they-
possessions,
Portland,
bro.
Portland didn't have that. That's
Yeah.
how Portland got swept.
Yeah,
They
them
focused on
who that? Canner and
Canner and
Collins.
Myers
Collins.
Leonard had a great series.
One,
Don't get me
no.
wrong.
He had great two
Gay-
games.
Trey, yes, he had great 2 games. He had a great
Even when he
series.
came off the bench, he played pretty good. But,
It was decent.
but beyond that,
That one game was crazy.
That one
Siakam-
game.
The one game was crazy. I'm
There's a
telling you.
mile ain't
Shepard.
feeling that nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck that. We not giving him that
No,
credit.
okay, get that.
Decent.
Siakam and Gasol are they're
Oh,
pushing
yeah.
the boys down low. There's nothing they can do with it.
Then
There's
Ibaka,
nothing
man,
they
he
can do.
turned back the
And
hands of
exactly.
time.
You
did.
take
He
him
want
back
that
off the
chip,
bench.
dog.
It's like-
Another
He
thing
ain't
too,
got
Donovan. They,
Cause I could have swore that nigga was 36 the way he fell off. Like they try to say he 29.
36.
I'm like, he had to fake his
36.
his
he
birth
got that.
certificate because
He
I'm
got
like,
the
bruh.
Kembe shit.
I'm like,
The
bruh.
Kembe now.
another
like-
thing, they hitting their kickouts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
They hitting their kickouts.
They hitting everything.
Everybody shooting
If
that
you
bitch.
think about it, they should have
Everybody
won
could
game
pass
2.
on that fucking
They should have been
team,
a
too.
sweep.
Yeah.
Because game 2 they missed a lot of good
Oh,
looks.
Yeah, they did.
man.
They missed a lot of shots.
good looks.
So,
But that's
so,
how you beat
no,
Toronto, though.
but-
That's how you beat them. You
yeah.
forced them other niggas to shoot. You forced Lowry to shoot a million times.
Hey, but then
You
Kawhi.
shoot-
But see, the
but
thing
them
is,
niggas hitting them.
But not only that,
Exactly.
they hitting. And this nigga Kawhi is this nigga Kawhi right now, bro. Like Troy said earlier, bro. It looked like the game is actually for real deal, like a cheat code. Like he got a cheat code for the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
Thank you.
You know, you
It's like
playing
he ain't
double
even-
dribble. He
it's
just
like
get to
he
the
ain't
spot
even-
and double dribble and.
It's
You
like
know what
he
I'm
ain't
saying?
even. It's like he
Just
ain't
hold,
even
like
hold
on live, you
the
just
turbo
hold the
down.
button
Like,
a little bit. It's going in
it's like he
every
ain't even-
time.
It's like he don't even go fast. Like he just.
Thank
he
you.
just, man. That
That
shit.
nigga cheat, but he's so, like you said, he's so, man, that nigga is hooping, dog, and it's beautiful to see from me growing up and seeing people hoop like that. Like if you look at the 80s and shit, man, niggas just got to their spot, 18 feet, 17 feet, whatever. They pulling up, and it might be 10 niggas on the team that can do that.
And
Man,
I'm
that
so
nigga,
you had
man,
to
that
be playing
nigga
some
better
deep.
be like, shout out to Kobe.
Thank
if they
you.
win that bitch. He
Yeah.
better be like, shout out to Kobe.
He
dog.
fucked with Kobe.
Yeah,
fuck
he
with
trained
hell
with
yeah.
him.
No. I'm saying. He
Pop
fucked with
sent
Kobe.
them
I
to
know.
train with him in
All
San Antonio,
summer.
and then he trained with him
I
this
mean,
summer.
you got to say shout out to
That-
anybody
yeah.
that came before you. When you talk about basketball,
But
because
he
you had to be a
actually
student
worked
of
out
the
with him.
game.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about nigga work you out every day.
No. You shout him out, but I'm saying you, as a young nigga, and I hope young people listen, dog. You could have to respect the people who came before you because you wouldn't have been able to do it, or you wouldn't have been able to make it better. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, nigga, Kawhi, man, listen, don't get it twisted. It's the other thing. It was so funny because I had a conversation with one of my coworkers, and this guy still puts Steph above Kawhi,
No, that's
and I'm like, bro, how?
Who does that?
Steph
I don't want to
3
give
or
him his
4.
name.
Steph 3 or 4. You got to go.
Yeah,
Durant,
we
Kawhi,
said top
1 and
5.
2.
We said top 5. We said everybody was almost consistent. It was Bron, KD, Kawhi, Steph and Harden. You know what I'm saying?
But I think now you're seeing the limitations of
But you can't
small
put Steph above
guards.
Kawhi.
But I'm just saying, like,
Kawhi got a Finals MVP.
But I'm just saying the history. Besides the
About
Finals
to have
MVP,
two of them. About to have two of them.
I'm just saying, besides the Final MVP, Steph is averaging them. He averaged more than Kobe, Larry Bird, a lot of people in the
he's
Finals.
putting in work.
It isn't even
He's doing-
about
he's doing
that.
what he
And then
needs
he's
to do.
robbed in 15.
Yeah.
I'm not about to go off on that. But it's just you're really seeing the limitations of a small guard. Like if you look at it, only Zeke and Steph have led teams to the Finals. He can be affected. He can't get to his spot like he wants to. He's getting bumped off these screens.
Zeke got two.
Not even that. He has
Zeke
to play
got
defense
two.
now.
He only has
Don't
one
mention
Finals
Zeke.
MVP.
Don't
though.
mention Zeke.
What you mean?
and none
though?
of my people.
3 rings.
He got 2 rings.
He got two
He got 2
Finals
rings.
MVPs.
Steph has 3.
No, Jody
No,
got
no,
it first.
Jody
Jody
got
got
it
it
yeah,
first.
yeah, you're right.
Jody
Yeah,
got
you're
one.
right.
Against Portland, Jody got him.
Yeah,
But
you're
No,
right.
he got
still,
the second.
against Portland. I know Jody got against the Portland.
That was a second
Yeah.
ring.
Yeah, that's what's
and then
okay.
Isaiah got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
one in the
Yeah.
sweep.
Oh, hey, and should have
Yeah.
got the one when they
Oh,
broke his
yeah.
ankle.
Yeah,
Shit.
43.
Shit.
Yeah.
But anyway, Zeke,
But you
I'm just
saying
saying that you just my
I
love
know
for
he about to
Zeke.
go into
My
that.
love for Zeke.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying it's just the problem with guards is Steph. He can't get to his spot. They're running him off the 3-point line, so everything is either a floater or a
So
pull
he's
up.
not strong enough.
Yeah,
He's not
he
strong
can't go
enough
to the
beat him.
lane. Whereas if you KD, Bron, or
or
Kawhi,
Zeke, or Zeke.
I'm gonna just get to a this guy. This guy.
But the way they're playing defense on Steph, once he gets in the half court, after he passes
Guarding
the
him
ball,
the best I've ever
Oh,
seen.
yeah.
man.
No, they
he's
hooping.
not getting the ball back.
No, they hooping.
That's
He
the
doesn't.
thing.
He doesn't
and
get
he
it back.
moves very well.
Hey, that's
So that show you
that's
kinda
Van
defense.
Fleet, dog. That nigga defense
Hey,
crazy.
He own it.
he
He
following
on
a
some high
nigga.
school like
own
that
it.
nigga that
I
don't know how to
told
hoop.
you.
Like, hey,
Hey,
you know what? Get in.
Hey,
Send Jarvis in the game. My bad.
Right, Jarvis, I hope you ain't listening.
I hope you ain't. Either. I love you, Jarvis. But we just
Jarvis
told
could actually hoop.
he could hoop
he
too,
was
though.
all right.
But
He was
he
all
was
right.
our defensive guy.
Yeah, he just thought he was.
Sick him.
He thought he was Kobe.
Mike
He
James.
kept it.
Mike James.
And you let him
Mike
get
James.
number
Mike
8, bruh.
James was
And I let him get number 8.
He thought it was.
And get a tech. It's a tech. I don't give a wear that shit.
He came in balling that game too. Shout out to Jarvis, man.
Love Jarvis.
Hey, they said
By
this
far my
nigga,
favorite
this
player. Yeah,
nigga
but
was the
there-
goon on the Harrison squad.
But
That
I'm just saying.
nigga was and he was big too, but slim but big,
for his age,
fast.
Yeah.
About 6 what?
Should have
6
been
foot,
playing
6'1"?
safety. Should have been playing safety.
Straight
Should have been playing
safety.
safety.
Quick as
Fast as fuck.
Should've
I'm
been playing
like,
safety.
dog. That nigga used to
But no,
and talk all day.
I think why it looks so easy for Kawhi is who's he guarding on defense. Not saying he's not a good
Oh, he's
defender,
chilling.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
he
they're able
chilling.
to hide him on defense.
He
He's
chilling.
playing the Draymond role.
He
He's
chilling.
roaming
He
around.
chilling.
He's shading on
Just
Steph. He's
being
shading on
chilling.
Clay.
Hey,
And
oh,
on offense, it's
contest
like he
here.
got all the energy.
Oh
His
yeah.
goddamn hand.
Still.
We got a question. Somebody
Uh-oh.
asked,
Okay,
"Do
okay.
y'all think this series is exposing Draymond?"
No.
Hell no.
If you
I got
watch
to let me
basketball,
just say
Draymond
one thing
actually
right
playing
quick.
pretty good.
I
I
fuck
thought he
with
was doing
Draymond.
well.
I fuck with Draymond, but some of them passes, man, you looking like Tony and Blue Chips, bro. Quit throwing bullet passes to a guy 1 foot away from you, bro.
Tony, did you do it?
Quit throwing the lead pass to Steph. Like some of them passes, bro. You throwing outlet passes to Boogie, knowing he can't run. I fucks with you, Draymond, but get your mental together.
You know
some
what?
of them passes.
I think
he hit that home run too
I
much.
think he's playing.
He got that
uptight.
Brett
He
Favre in
playing
his
uptight.
game.
Yeah,
Just
he
wanna
playing
throw-
uptight.
He too reckless,
He
man.
playing uptight.
No, but he's not. He's not being. He's not being exposed at all. though.
Yeah, man.
Hey,
And just
hey.
and you in a game where this team you can't throw the ball
just
away
can't make mistakes
because
against them,
they're
man.
capitalizing
gi-
every time.
and because you're giving them so many possessions, that little turnover don't mean shit. So you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't allow that shit, bro.
Andrew Reed wants his acknowledgement. He's been saying Raptors in 6. So shout out to you,
Okay,
Andrew.
Andrew Reed.
I just
Hey,
want
shout
to
out
say real
Andrew.
quick, my nephew's a goddamn lie. That nigga ain't said no Raptors.
Oh, that's
talk to
your
your
nephew?
nephew.
Yeah,
Talk
that's
to
my
your
nephew,
nephew.
That's
man.
true. Oh, I didn't even
I
know
still
that.
got Golden State
Yeah.
in 7 still, but
Okay.
Just
Let,
watch.
let,
Oh,
let's go.
one more
Matter
thing.
of fact,
Shout
go
out
ahead.
to my cousin Dion. He said the small things lost them the games. Talking about the Warriors.
Not hustling.
It's the
Not
small
hustling.
things. Thank
You know, the
Free
Toronto
throws,
shit. Free
nigga?
throw. Free
Last
throws.
game they missed like 7. I was 6.
And
Let's
and
not-
it was
let's
and
not
not
get
only
to
that.
that.
Body language?
Not only that, the
He
Steph and Clay
frustrated.
body
The difference.
language, ooh, they look like LeBron.
I remember
out
one
there.
game like they had shot like 20. They was only at like 6 free throws. Like dog, they getting to cut out. They getting
And
in
the
paint.
Raptors got to be shooting like 95% from the
they
line.
not-
in
they
the
not
series.
missing free
As a
They not
team,
missing.
Yeah, they're
as
not
a
missing free
team,
throws.
dog.
Hey, I just want to get y'all quick thoughts, man. What do y'all think about that owner pushing Kyle Lowry?
Oh man,
Who going first?
that was hilarious.
Who
What-
going
what-
first?
what- what do you-
Go
what
ahead,
do y'all-
Kobe.
what do y'all thoughts
Go ahead,
about
Kobe.
that?
You go first, Kobe.
What you thinking about that, man?
Can I say white privilege?
Go. You can
White
say whatever the
privilege.
fuck you want to say.
You can say
I
what
mean,
you want to say.
That's kind of.
Man, listen.
I mean,
Man,
no,
go
that's
that's our
in,
guy,
man.
man.
We
That's our
open.
guy.
We
We
open.
good.
No, I mean, you know what the guy was thinking. He's a billionaire. He's part owner of the.
Yep.
So he's got the I own you mentality. I own you guys. I can do whatever I want.
Fuck out of here.
There
fucking
you go.
nigga.
Because
Real
I mean,
talk.
as y'all saw, as everybody saw, Kyle Lowry didn't even land on this guy.
Dog, he was
Sure did.
He was two seats
people
down.
over, man. Like it was no reason.
It was no reason for you to. And Kyle Lowry also said the guy was like mouthing.
Oh
him
yeah, the whole
game.
time. So he was one of those drunk, privileged, thought he could get away with it. I got money. Who gives a fuck? I can do what I want, guys.
And that also, I think that the
Sound like somebody who running the country.
the punishment
This
was
guy.
the punishment was like a slap on the wrist.
Yeah.
Oh.
500,000 to somebody who's worth $9 billion.
Troy.
How many billion? 2
What
billion,
is it?
9 billion,
Yeah.
whatever
Troy,
billion is worth.
500,000 in 1 year season tickets.
Shannon
nigga.
Sharp broke that down.
what
What did
he
he say?
One-
He said
one
it's
year season
22.
tickets.
He said that's like $22. If you
What-
make $100,000 a year, he pretty much got fined $22.
So what do you think? This what pun? If I did it, guess what would have happened? I'm banned for
life.
For life. So what do you think he should
I
have
don't
got?
think, just because of semantics, because he's part owner, I don't think they would have been able to ban him.
What
'Cause
would you would have gave?
They could have banned. Look what they
They
did
could've
to
did more
Donald
than a year.
Sterling.
They
no,
they
could've
could
but
have banned.
he
They
got
could've
caught
banned.
saying some reckless shit.
70% of owners got a vote.
But I'm
to
saying
ban
if
for
you
life.
look at it like Mark Cuban and did some stupid shit. He said like some dumb stuff to refs back in the day.
Yeah,
I'm just saying,
Mark Cuban,
Listen,
though.
Cuban,
I'm
ain't
saying,
never,
though.
Cuban ain't never touched a nigga. Cuban ain't never did no motherfucking racist shit. He ain't never. That was some
He didn't
low
went
key
that
racist
far.
shit,
My
dog.
thing is though,
Cuban has said some racist
let's
shit.
just be
now.
real. Dude's a billionaire, so he has
Yep.
privilege.
Yep.
They wasn't gonna ban him. I'm just saying. Let's
No,
be
no, I'm
realistic.
asking you what you think it should have been besides a year. I know they weren't gonna ban him.
Oh, no,
What
Why
was
would they
yours?
ban
that.
him? I mean, you put your hands on me.
No, I'm just
Sterling
saying.
only said something. You actually put your hands on something. You assaulted somebody.
Because what I'm
else.
saying, it's not like a regular fan if he had did it. You get what I'm saying? If we go to a game,
We getting
touch
kicked out of the
a player-
palace.
Yes, but I'm
forever.
saying, thank you. But I'm just saying him as a billionaire. I'm just saying how it already works. He was never going to get banned.
No,
You
he
get what I'm
wasn't.
saying? So what
Well, I
I'm
mean,
saying,
we can't say that. Like I said, look what they did to
That's
Sterling.
what he
Sterling
said.
only said
That's what he
something.
said.
And he got
that
banned
dude got
forever.
caught.
But it was
He
different.
got caught on tape. Just said
This
reckless
guy got
shit.
caught on
I
tape
don't
putting his
want
hands
you.
on somebody.
But I'm talking about.
It's actually
It
a
wasn't
good
that
point.
bad.
What
though.
I'm just saying, though, yeah,
It
like, I felt
It doesn't
like-
have to be that
No,
man.
no,
You
no,
put
no,
your
no, no,
hands
no,
on
no,
me.
You're not supposed,
saying
no,
it
you're not
was
supposed
never
to.
going
it's
to
not,
go
it's
that
not,
far.
You're not supposed to put your hands on nobody.
On
period.
anyone.
Yeah.
So that's just strictly privilege because you can flip the roles all day and they will get slaughtered. Just flip
Nigga
the
might-
roles
nigga
all
might.
day,
No,
and they would
no.
get slaughtered. If it was
Y'all
if it was a
forgetting
black
that Ron
person
Artest
put
ran
who
the
put their
stands.
hands on
Yeah.
somebody, they would have got way
What
more.
happened
than
when
what
Ron
happened.
Ron Artest
Nah.
didn't run into the
He
stands?
ran in the stands.
Look
Jermaine
what happened.
O'Neal ran
Look-
He
in
had
the
a
stands.
cup throw on the
Ron
table.
Ron
Okay.
Artest was laying on the scores table.
Okay.
Somebody threw a full cup of beer at
Right.
Ron Artest.
And that dude got
What would
banned.
you do if that
Jermaine
happened to
O'Neal
you?
ran to the stands. Ain't throwing no
Jermaine
hands.
Jackson.
Jermaine O'Neal was walking into the
No,
tunnel
no,
and got
no,
stuff
yeah,
thrown
I'm
on
about to say
him.
Jermaine O'Neal was on the court bucking.
Jermaine, yeah, he
Jermaine
hit somebody
O'Neal.
with a
He
slide.
got
Jermaine O'Neal,
Yeah, he
Jermaine
hit-
O'Neal was
yeah.
walking to the locker room
Exactly.
with popcorn and beer on
They can't hear us
him.
all at
Go
once.
ahead.
He was walking to the locker room when that fan threw popcorn and beer on him.
That's what I'm saying. He was on the court.
No,
every-
no, I'll pull up the video. Jermaine O'Neal slid
Was
and
walking
punched
Yeah.
On the court.
though,
On the
not in
court.
On the
crowd.
court.
That was on
On
the
the
court,
court.
bro.
Remember the
Pull it
video?
up.
On the
Go
court.
ahead.
on the
Go
court.
Who
ahead.
was in the
On the
stands?
court.
Who was in the stands?
It was
Steven
Steven
Jackson.
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 Steven
But
Jackson.
my
Steven
thing
Jackson
is,
came in
Because they said
firing on
Ben
everybody.
Wallace'
Yeah.
brother ended up giving
My
it to
thing is-
He was giving it to Freddie,
Freddie
Freddie
Jones.
Jones.
Yeah.
Did any of them get banned for life for that? And you
Yeah,
actually
that
fought
dude who threw the
fans.
cup.
The guy who started, who threw the beer, got banned for
Exactly.
life.
But the players, did they get banned for life?
They're defending
They didn't
themselves.
provoke
How?
it. They
They're
didn't
defending
provoke it.
Ron
themselves.
Artest
They
defended
didn't provoke
himself.
it. They didn't
No.
provoke
Steven
it.
Jackson had to
Steven-
run to the
But
stands.
let's
Hey,
bring it.
listen,
That's why I want to
that's
bring
what
it full
I'm
saying. Go
circle.
ahead.
That's why I want to bring it full circle about the fine. Those players lost more money than this guy was fined.
Oh, for sure.
Jackson and them lost
Fuck
like
the ban
$7
for life.
million.
Yeah.
They got punished
Ron
worse.
Artest lost like $5 million.
They got
So
punished
dude
worse,
should
man.
have
Yeah.
dude should have had to give like a fine of like, I mean, and he should have came out like, bump it. I'm gonna
He's
do
still-
more than a
have you heard an
500K.
apology? Has anybody heard an apology?
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
said he was.
He written- he
What's the
written-
name?
he had a
Spoke on
written
his
apology.
terms, and they said he was trying to reach out to Kyle Lowry.
He had a written
But
Sound like some bullshit.
he should have gave like $5 million
bro.
donation
Like
to
you
like
just
Kyle
said.
Lowry choice.
They got punished.
Did you
whatever
see when he got up
charity
and walked
choice.
away, man? He had on them Nikes, man. They said them
Monarchs.
motherfuckers
The Monarchs.
half, man.
Yeah, the
Might
Monarchs.
be. It might be.
The dad
Yeah,
Monarchs.
yeah. Them motherfuckers when they wear them, man, you got to be careful.
Or
of
give
them.
up his or give up his minority ownership in the
something,
team.
something.
or give
But
up
yeah,
his
man.
minority ownership.
Wow.
Yeah, man, y'all just brought everybody.
I mean, because
up.
his minority ownership, we don't know how much it is.
He
It
wasn't
might be
gonna
2-3%.
It's
It might
small,
be 10%.
but that franchise
Oh, he
worth
was super
so
small,
much,
man.
That's what I'm
no,
saying,
it's,
so
it's super small, but
Give up your
yeah.
minority ownership.
So let's put a ball on these boys. 3-1.
Boys.
Boys. We gonna put a ball on them. Tomorrow I want y'all prediction for tomorrow and y'all prediction for the series. Real, we start with you. Come on around, bro. Prediction for Monday. Prediction for the series. 3-1. Toronto.
Bro. The way it's looking.
Keep in mind, KD got cleared for practice as well.
He hooping
Yeah, he
today.
practiced
Hooping
today.
We talking about practice.
Hey, man. Oh, my bad. We'll keep going. I'm going to let Freaky get his.
Shoot, man. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say. We back to Toronto tomorrow.
Scotiabank Arena.
If KD plays.
That sounds like some weak ass shit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Scotiabank.
it? Scotiabank.
Scotia-
Even
that's a-
before that, what was it called?
That's a
Syntax?
big ass
It was
bank.
Air
Air Canada
Air
Center.
Canada Center.
That's way better.
Uh-huh.
They need to call that bitch
Scotiabank it.
Insanity or something.
Scotia Bank.
Change the
They
Vince
opened
name.
up that
Huge
wild.
ass
Insanity
bank.
ain't got no more.
They opened up that
Canada.
wild.
Nova Scotia got
area
more money than
sponsorship.
Insanity, man.
right.
We're gonna stick with Nova Scotia out here. They international,
Hey,
baby. That's what the money
Go
is.
ahead,
We
Real.
doing this if Durant play or if he don't?
He
Just
playing.
rather.
He's
No,
playing.
you got to pick.
He's playing. If he practiced today and
I
they
think-
sound
I think
more
he playing too.
optimistic, man, they're gonna throw his ass out there.
You
on the
got
court.
to now. You got
So-
to.
so
if
KD
he
playing?
hooping
Yeah.
today, I think he playing.
He'll be out there. I
If
say
KD
he will.
playing Warriors in 7.
And what's tomorrow? So Warriors win tomorrow, obviously.
If KD
It don't
playing-
matter. Just know that's a dub.
Yeah,
You
I
don't need
got
to be
Warriors
worried
One,
about
in
that.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 in a row. Which
I got
They ain't got no
Warriors in
choice.
7.
Warriors and
Warriors.
7.
He
Seven.
been had Warriors in 7.
Yeah, he been saying all day.
If KD ain't playing, that shit over
What
tomorrow.
if KD don't play?
KD
Shit
don't
over
play.
tomorrow.
KD don't play. They win tomorrow, losing 6.
Fuck no.
They lose at home.
Yeah, they
I
gonna
can't
KD
lose
don't
see
play
him
that
losing.
shit over
KD
tomorrow.
don't play because I think Steph will have like
Yeah,
and I'm not even
just
the
like
biggest
game
Steph
2.
fan.
3.
I think Steph is going to go off.
I
and
think
have
so
like
too.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, crazy game if KD doesn't play. But I think KD's playing and he's going to be a difference maker.
Thank you.
He is that like.
No.
Trevor said.
No. KD play, I'm with all y'all. But without KD, bro, I don't know, bro. I think that bitch over with in
shit.
Toronto, bro.
Yeah.
Not only over, they getting smoked off that
Yeah,
bitch.
yeah, they might get smoked tomorrow. Without KD,
Fuck,
I
I,
don't see it.
have
Without
y'all
KD?
not watched the last
yeah,
two
man,
games?
this shit ain't going right.
You niggas are
This shit
tripping.
we were just talking about it. This shit ain't going right.
They
For real. What
better
you got,
than
Troy?
them niggas.
Yeah.
I look at it like this, just precedence.
But that nigga better than all them niggas. So
This,
if he goes over, I'm gonna go ahead and be honest. 'cause
We
that
was talking
nigga's
about
crazy.
it earlier, like off air, about the wear and tear, about those guys who's going for three-peats.
Oh,
So-
it's so hard to do it.
Yeah, so you look at how a lot of those guys who were going, for a lot of those guys who were going for it, you look how it ended. When the Rockets went for it in '96, I think they were swept. If you look for it, Kobe, when he was trying to get his three-peat on,
Bang.
he got killed, ran off the floor.
Shaq.
Yeah.
Guess by who?
No, that was before.
Kobe?
They lost. Remember that year
Man, I
before
was
they
gonna
lost
say
to the
about
Man,
Spurs.
that was, yeah.
No, that was before.
I was just about to say.
But then, but actually, the Pistons, '89 Pistons did in the
the
Lakers
Lakers-
run
the
when they
Lakers
was
run.
going for
Yeah.
three.
Lakers
And so then you look at Miami when they went, you just don't have it. You could tell they was like, man, this game we down by 12 versus the Spurs.
They best chance to
They didn't do it.
is when they smoked that Dallas series.
Yeah.
They win that Dallas series,
They
they
coulda
might have
got
been able
three
to
in a
do
row.
it. They might have been able
And
to
so
do
the
it.
same with the Warriors. If they were going to three-peat, they should have won in 2016.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
now
Yep.
you look
Yep.
at it now,
Yep.
I just
Agree.
think the wear and
It might
tear,
be too much.
Toronto
What
just
about
has
with
it
KD
going.
though? Okay, so what's your?
I don't think KD's going to play, but if
Okay,
he
so-
did play, I think they kind of
Tomorrow.
rally because they'd be hyped. But I just realistically, I think it's
No,
over.
they won't. No.
So wait a minute,
No,
if
no,
KD's
no. They won't rally because they'll be hype. They'll rally because that nigga's better than everybody else on the court.
Yes.
And he's not losing.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. They gonna be like,
The
thank
nigga
you.
didn't beat LeBron 2 years in a
Yeah.
row. Let's not be
Nice.
fucking crazy.
Oh, because you know what's gonna happen if he's
that
playing.
nigga,
Oh, we not
and he
scoring,
checking Kawhi.
Y'all just go
and
to
he-
that other side of the
Man,
court.
dog.
put my man's on your hip.
Unless he just broke as fuck because he just rusty.
He one of the most
He gonna be
efficient
nah,
players.
he
He a
gonna be
sniper,
hot.
you know
But
what
I
I'm
really
saying?
think,
He a sniper.
realistically,
And he got more rack game than what people
Yeah,
think
facts.
because the jumper's so cold.
Yep, you got to
know what I'm
push
saying?
up.
Steph actually got more rack game than what people give him credit
But this
for.
is
But
what Kawhi been
the jumper's
waiting
so cold. It's
Yeah.
like,
So
I
y'all
just think
seeing
he about
Warriors
to.
in
I
seven.
think though,
You-
unfortunately, they gonna get ran
Say
off.
that, Donovan. Say that,
That's
Donovan.
what Kawhi been waiting on.
He want
Like
to
I
see.
said,
He
they
want to
been-
see KD.
They've been hiding Kawhi on like I said, they've been hiding him on defense. He
Thank
hasn't been
you.
expending a lot of energy on defensive
Ooh,
end.
he would come out here. Oh, you gonna bring this nigga
So
back
now,
on my
like I said, I
crappy?
still
Yeah,
got
he-
Warriors in 7,
he cold.
but it
Kawhi
won't be.
motherfucker.
It won't
Kawhi
be easy.
motherfucker.
KD had 50 in that one game
It
against
won't be
them.
easy.
Kawhi went
no.
on two.
Oh, it's
let
still
me-
KD. Go ahead. You got
Let me
some
plug
more?
one
We
thing.
got
Let's
some more?
plug one thing.
ahead.
Shout out to my man Moan. He throwing a finals watch party at a Great Lakes Sports Bar.
What up, though?
That's
Yeah,
tip
shout out
spot,
by,
ain't it?
What's
uh,
the address?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
at
that's
it's
tip
on the
spot.
it's on the corner of 7 Mile and Harlow.
say
So
tip-
pretty much 7 Mile Southfield Freeway. But they sponsored by Flow
7
Vodka.
Mile, better pile, been the
Yeah.
man since a child.
Yeah.
7 Mile in
Better
Harlow, right off of Southfield Freeway.
Yeah, so if y'all want to check the game
That's
out
the
tomorrow,
that's the
go
black
there.
owned liquor.
What's the-
Black
what's the-
owned, man.
That's the
what's
black
name of
owned
the spot
liquor.
again?
And spot.
Spell it out again, Troy.
It's called the
Great Lakes
Great
Sports
Lakes
Bar.
Sports Bar.
That's what's
7
up,
Mile.
man.
and,
What's the
Shout
name
out
of that
to
liquor,
Mo.
nigga? So I could
Flow
think about it
Vodka.
again. Flow vodka.
Flow
Think
Vodka.
about
Let me
it.
think
Flow-
about drinking.
Flow Vodka?
Ah, that tasted good.
Hey, man. So let me go on mine. I got wait a minute, Troy. You didn't say yours. So with
Oh,
KD.
no. I don't think KD's playing.
Okay, so you
Even,
just
so they don't even put
okay.
him
So
in
no
there.
KD. Go
They
on
just-
tomorrow.
They gonna get popped.
So
I
I'm-
hope I get proved wrong, but they gonna
Okay.
get ran off.
So
the
go
court.
on tomorrow if it's no KD. If KD comes back, I got Warriors in 7, and I got KD stealing the Finals MVP.
in 3 games.
Three
Steph
games?
averaging like 30 now.
I got him stealing
Yeah, no. If
because they won
That's
3 in a
averaging
row
30.
with him. They won 3 in a
no,
row with
KD
him.
come back, they got to give it to him.
Off
if they
3
win.
games?
They have to.
Yes, 3 out of 4.
That should be so cold.
But they have
Steph
to.
gonna be hurt.
Hey, hurt.
Man,
Hurt. Go
you
ahead,
better
Troy.
just
Go
tell
ahead.
Aisha she cute.
So she calmed down.
She can shut the
Just shut
fuck up. Take that ring.
Go ahead.
I just want to touch on something that Troy mentioned, and I heard Isaiah Thomas speak
Oh,
on this,
shit.
and
Zeke.
you know, and he shed a lot of light on this because you know we're a little bit of me, you, Mel. You know, so we are an older generation. We grew up watching the Bad Boys, the '80s, the '90s. You know, what I'm saying we've all been through that. And he mentioned something about going through the finals and having a dynasty. He said back then, you know, it was about skill and endurance.
Yeah.
Now it's all about skill. People don't have the endurance. It's they fought tooth and nail every play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't have the endurance. So you could see, and he said it doesn't matter if you got an injury. You have to endure that. He said it happened to Magic. He said it happened to him. It happens to everywhere. You have
Mike
to,
with the flu?
you have to
Magic
endure.
had that major
you
injury.
have to endure. You have to endure
Had a major
everything going to the finals. It is a horse race. You have to go all the way through the finish
Shout
line.
out to Doors.
Oh wait, one more time. One comment.
who got?
My cousin, he was Dion, Donovan's
you
brother.
stupid today.
He said Clay owe him that game. We need to go off if he's one of those.
Man, that's
if he's a
Kerr
good number
dumbass.
2.
Set Clay down for all them minutes.
That was
Stupid.
a dumb
He should have played
move.
game
That
3.
was a
dumb
dumb
And he was
move.
cooking.
That
He was
nigga
cooking.
They wasn't
would
coming
have
out that game.
Limped out that
Hey,
bitch. He was on my
Hey,
team.
Clay might have went for Clay might
Clay
have
was
went for
balling,
50.
too.
He
I'm
might have
sorry,
went for
dog.
50.
I
He kept
coached
him
to
in.
win.
Clay was
All
keeping him
this.
in the game.
He was cooking, bro.
I'm about to tell y'all what
And that's
pissed
when
me
they
off,
lost
man.
it. When he took him out in that court.
all
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
all
that
that.
fucked everything up.
When I get regular season, we seen it with Kawhi. You save a motherfucker. They a little bang up. Save them for when the
You heard what he
spotlight's
said?
on.
I'm gonna keep you. You heard what he said? He said, "I don't even think I would have been able to make it through the season without that
That
rest."
low management.
Man,
Endurance.
Hey, Zeke.
Endurance.
Zeke.
One more time.
Hey,
what?
Zeke.
What you say
Hey,
one more time?
but
Say it one more time. Hey.
Endurance.
Endurance.
that nigga wife scared as hell at the crib. Like, why you so hype?
And he got endurance.
And he got
And he got
and we sponsored by Hennessy. Oh,
This shot.
going the mile, baby.
hey, look, but man, when people be
Old Town Road.
Who phone him?
I'm watching the video.
Freaky nigga right there. I know that much. Pour this Hennessy up on that one.
when they start
bad,
doing
we gotta
that,
talk.
when they start doing that shit, make me so mad, man. And I ain't nobody. I'm just a nigga go to work every day.
You played though, real. You
When they-
cooking
when
and
they-
your coach take you out. How
when
you
they
feeling,
when
man?
they start that,
You gotta tell your
Pissed.
coach.
I'm resting.
I'm your coach. No.
I'm resting you. I'm holding him. I'm protecting him in the finals. what the fuck you protecting him for?
saving him for?
The preseason?
Hey,
motherfucker?
because of what Hayes said.
This shit is the finals,
He
dog.
got a hammy
Nothing else
injury,
matters.
and it's no endurance.
There's no endurance, and like back to my point. You have to
Well, that
be
niggas better
str-
run in
you-
the sand with Brian and Wade.
You,
in
bet-
the fucking, 'cause
you have to be strong enough. Nobody gives a fuck about your injuries. That's part of the game.
Like, don't nobody care about that shit,
Nobody
dog.
care. You have to endure that. If you're strong enough, God damn it, you can make it. But if you're not, niggas gonna prey on you.
But this is
You have to
Let me
be
let-
strong
hey, Troy,
enough.
you
And if you're hurt, niggas don't give a fuck about your
Troy,
injury.
hey.
They gonna kill you.
To the point, Hayes.
But this
if-
is different than with
Niggas
Zeke
like
and them
Kawhi.
did. This
No,
is a
it's
No,
not.
what I'm saying is this is 5 years
That
of
nigga
you
cold,
playing
dog.
extra games.
Who, Kawhi?
You have an
Kawhi.
extra 20 to 30 games
Zeke and
on
them
your
did
season.
play about 5
But this
every
not
week.
5 years in the finals.
No, I'm
This
saying,
is
but it
5
was like
straight
the
years.
year, but the year before. I mean, the game before the finals don't mean I'm not hooping.
No, but I'm saying this
Right.
is an extra 30 games
No,
plus
no,
Team
no, no, no,
USA.
no, 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 no,
Extra
no, no,
21
no, no, no,
tears.
no, no. I'm
just
not
saying,
Troy.
that gas.
Troy.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you slide with that for the simple fact
Where?
that back then, them motherfuckers was physical too. They was a
Yeah.
real physical.
Oh,
These
yeah.
niggas was
Hey,
physical
it
back
was-
then.
it was
the hardest
So them extra
It was
little
the
10
hardest
games you
ever.
talking about?
That
they
defense
made-
was
they-
light.
no,
it was
no,
physical
no.
at the rim, bro. That's all it was.
But that's
You
all
said
niggas
it was
did was go to
when
the
you got
rim.
to
Nah,
the
you
rim.
can hand check too, though. You used to be
Yeah,
able to.
you
No,
can
you
hand
hand
check.
checking was
Man, I
really
wanna
like
hear
in the
about them extra
90s.
shit.
No,
Other than
hey.
the late 80s, it was like a layup fest.
It
You
wasn't
running
as
up and
physical
down,
as you think
and it's
it
a
was.
fast break.
Nah, man.
I'ma
it
tell you
was-
this.
That's why niggas don't know how cold
Hold on,
niggas
hold on,
like Ivo, Tim
hold on,
Hardaway
wait.
was.
They
They
used
used
to
to get
No,
hand check.
My bad, we gotta
Go
talk
ahead,
at once.
go
We gotta
ahead,
talk
go
at
ahead,
once.
go ahead.
Keep going.
Let's hear what
Let me
Donovan
tell you
got
one
to say.
thing.
I gotta hear this.
Go back and watch those regular season
Thank you.
games.
Watch the games.
Not the Hardwood Classic. I'm talking about the Hawks versus the Trailblazers in the middle of the season.
talking to
Hold on.
No, but
Your
listen.
brother said first round was a best of 5 too. It wasn't
Oh,
all
right, it
7
was.
games.
So go back and watch those just regular season, not the Hardwood Classic, not the Pistons versus the Bulls or the Pacers. Watch those games and see how physical they were. They wasn't as physical.
hey.
as
You
physical
just
as
got to
remember.
bow at the
stop.
rim.
Hey,
It wasn't
stop.
as physical as you
But
remember.
guess what? They were more physical than these niggas.
In the playoffs, for sure.
And
probably
they were
beating
more
up in the
physical.
playoffs.
Listen, it was not. They may not have been as physical as their playoffs, but their regular season was still more physical than this regular season.
But you know when that
Bruh.
stopped?
Watch
That stopped.
this
Niggas
game.
ain't even.
Jordan.
Hold on. Niggas are getting
can't touch
rest.
Jordan.
I'm
Hold
just
on.
saying.
That was too pretty. That was too pretty,
Hey,
baby.
Troy, listen, Donovan. Niggas are getting rest.
No,
for
that's
sure.
what I'm about to tell
Stop.
you. No, I hear what
You're
you're saying.
getting rest
Thank you. No,
for
you
saying,
facts.
hey man, I'm tired.
No, you facts. But I'm just
Come
saying,
on, bro.
if you look at
No.
the games, what Kerr should have been doing as you do to Phil Jackson.
Asking the assistant coach how to coach.
Stupid.
Do this
But
real.
if you look
Shit
at
real this year, bro. How you really coach?
Y'all all
I put
watched.
the
Y'all
karma in
older
the
than-
locker room. You coach.
I'm saying y'all watch. Y'all older than us. How did Kerr rest Jordan? He was resting him at probably the final minute of each quarter,
Jackson.
and they got
Jackson
that
rest
extended
Jordan.
rest.
Then you get
and
TV,
he used
then
this
you get the
time,
TV.
and he used his
And
timeouts to rest.
you-
him.
you re-
They
you
wasn't
bring them
resting
out
out
right
the
before
game.
the
He
8-minute
definitely rested
timeout,
right.
the TV timeouts. You bring them out right before that, so
He
they can get
definitely
that
rest
and the
Jordan right.
Like
But
you
he's
have
got-
common
he's got-
sense.
And the thing is, I will agree with both of y'all. That resting Clay shit. Listen, I know his hamstring hurt, but
should've
not right.
played.
But guess what? Right now, what Hayes said,
Like,
fight
they don't
to
even
that
feel
injury,
their
dog.
hamstring. Clay ain't even feeling that
Give him
shit.
that
You know he had a
cortisone.
shot.
Oh,
You know he had.
he
You
on
know he had one. You know he had one.
that
Clay on the
cortisone
court
shot.
talking about this my shit.
Yeah,
Like Clay
yeah.
don't even talk. Like
Yeah.
dog, he got some shit put in him before the game. He ain't
Just to
felt
touch
none
on
of that
one
shit,
more
dog.
thing. Just to touch on one
And
more
he
thing
ain't
about the
missed a shot, did
physicality
he?
back then. Just one more thing. Like I said, we live this, man. We watching this.
They
shit.
lived it.
I got a
till they
rebuttal
did
for
right.
you.
They
I got a
did
rebuttal
right.
for you.
But just the physicality. I know the rules is different. Don't get me wrong. But I was watching the game when Lambert went to the rack and Parrish
At the
fired on this nigga 3-4
Two-piece.
times.
Hey, guess what?
And guess what?
We're shooting two.
The referee looked at it and said,
Line
"Man,
up.
why you do that? I'm gonna give you a technical."
Line
He
up.
fired on this dude.
Line up.
Punches.
Hey.
I don't
That
want
was
to
a-
hear
that was
nothing
a whole different-
about
that was a different time
physicality.
in the
That's what he
league.
said.
I don't want to hear
Hold
about
up.
that.
This
That
is
ain't
my point,
basketball,
though.
though.
Let's look at
Exactly.
these.
You go
No,
to the
that
court,
was
what's
basketball
gonna
back
happen?
That
then.
was
That was basketball
basketball,
then.
literally.
That was basketball
It's
back
weak
What
then.
did I say?
shit.
Literally.
That was
Wait.
That's a foul.
Wait.
That's a hard foul.
Listen.
That's just a hard foul.
You ain't get your
Listen
shot
to
up.
what I just
Flagrant.
said.
That's just a
He
hard foul.
Literally.
Get to the line and that's it. Ball out.
There is no in between.
There you go.
He punched him
Yeah,
in the
he
face
punched him. It
with
was
a
two punches.
two-piece,
Oh, yeah, no, I
and he
seen it.
gave a technical. That
was basketball.
That's
basketball.
basketball.
You cannot. No.
That
You
wasn't
cannot.
basketball.
No.
That was
Listen.
never basketball.
Listen.
It was a foul.
Listen. He gave him a technical. And he
Not a
shot
flagrant.
free
flagrant.
throws.
Not a flagrant.
That was bad. I don't care
Was
what
they
you
scrapping
say.
every game?
No, now listen.
That
Hey, my
was
man-
a
hey.
basketball.
You go to the
seen
park.
it.
And my
You go
man
to the
shot his
park.
free throws
We're
after
not
he got
at
two
the park.
piece.
We're
Oh, no,
not
he
at
got
the
two. Oh, he
park.
shoot
It
two
ain't
free throws.
basketball.
It wasn't a
We're
fight.
not-
It was-
literally,
no, it was
we're
two
talking
free
about
throws.
two different-
After you got
I'm
two
talking
pieces.
about reality. This is
Bail that
reality.
beer.
We're
Right,
not
that wasn't
talking
every
about the
play,
park.
though, bro.
Right.
This is we're
I'm
not
saying-
talking
But it was a
about
lot,
the
though.
If
park.
you go back then, you go to the park in the late 80s, and you do that to somebody, what's gonna happen?
We're not at the
But
park.
what's gonna happen?
I don't care about the
That's
park.
not basketball.
I don't
We're
care.
in-
Because
we
you punch
are in
somebody.
the association.
I don't care. We're talking about reality. This
This
is
is-
reality.
Let's
That
talk
was-
about
that was
reality.
basketball back
This is
then.
what we're going
Reality.
through. This
That
is
was
why I
basketball.
You
say
can't talk about physicality. This
No.
nigga just punched this nigga 2 times in the face. Referee gave this nigga technical.
This
and they
is
kept
reality
playing.
of back then,
That was
bro.
reality. It's not. There's no hypotheticals. It's not
That was
perfect.
Charles Oakley, Xavier
It
McDaniel.
happened.
but this
Tom
is
James.
Xavier-
Don't give me that.
Xavier
Xavier
McDaniel
those
was fucking
games.
crazy.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Those are regular
Hold on,
fouls.
Let Troy go. Let
Everybody
Troy
go.
go. Go ahead, Troy.
If you look at those games, we was watching that damn. Remember that documentary just came out, Celtics versus Lakers, bro. These niggas had no 3-point. They wasn't shooting no 3-pointers. And their games is 148 to 134.
But they didn't play
And we
defense.
want to talk about defense.
They didn't play
Bruh,
defense.
they was literally running and just dunking every time, bruh. There was no rotation, no defense. I actually said players now run more miles because there's more rotations. They just let niggas clear and go ISO. And you want to tell me that defense was good?
I think
let,
niggas- I
any-
think-
defense.
let LeBron play in that era, bro.
I think
He will
it was-
average 60
I
if you
think-
just let him
I
clear
think
the line.
LeBron
So you
will
just
average
let him
12
run
in
and
that
dunk
league.
on people.
Zone
LeBron
defense
will
is
average
elite.
He
Hold
is
on,
260,
hold on,
bro.
hold on, hold
He
on,
will
hold on.
average
He averaged
70.
the same.
LeBron
Troy,
not
son.
tough enough.
Yeah,
LeBron
LeBron
not
He
tough
averaged the
enough.
same.
Adrian McDaniels
But
was
you gotta
6'4",
think.
averaging
LeBron not
30.
tough enough.
See, you can't say that
yeah,
though.
he tripping.
Because he had beef from back then. So
12
he
points.
would have been
I mean,
tough enough.
if LeBron was born
taking
in
the
60s,
charge?
Hey, listen, stop,
played in the
stop.
80s.
Who taking the charge?
Kobe. You're telling me. So listen, I don't
12?
want to get into LeBron.
And I think
shit.
LeBron
No,
is tough
I
now,
don't-
too.
No, listen,
I
I don't want to
don't
get
like
into
when people say
LeBron
that.
shit. That's really silly to me because if he went back in time, he'd be playing a 4. Any 4 back then, he would have
slow
gave
as
70.
fuck.
He would have gave 70. But I do want to go back to the old school versus the new school game. Man, listen, man. We just talked about this earlier. And I don't know if it was off the record or on the record. And you have to agree that niggas from 1 through 15 on the team were more skilled.
I would not agree with
Well,
that, bro.
then, no.
They
not
can't even
at
dribble
all.
with their
Stop-
left
hold
hand,
on,
bro.
Stop it.
Not at
Stop
all.
it. So
I
once
disagree.
again, you don't
Robert Parrish skilled?
Listen, this is all I'm saying right here.
I disagree.
I disagree. 100%.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
I'm gonna
Let me
let
tell you
you
this.
point.
Let
I'm
me
gonna let
tell
you
you
talk,
this.
and I'm gonna let you
Let
know
me
why
tell
we
you
more
this.
skilled.
see what Mal is saying.
I know what he's saying, but
ahead,
I
Mal.
don't
Listen,
feel
hold
it.
on. Listen,
ahead, Mal.
I don't.
Fundos, yes.
That's all I'm saying.
Fundos,
And
yes.
that's what gets you to be. If you guys don't think that Kyrie Irving doesn't work on his fundamentals,
Fundamentals.
to work is the
Fundamentals.
reason why he can do
Yeah.
the Harlem Globetrotter shit.
Fundamentals start first.
Simple and plain. When you were little and you were taught to play basketball,
Talk to him, old school.
It is when you when you catch the ball, it is called a triple threat position. Pass, dribble, or shoot in less than 3 seconds. Make a fucking decision. Those guys, 15-footer to 18-footer, is way better than this new generation.
Well, look
to
at
me.
our generation.
Everybody,
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
your 11th man will come off the bench.
Except for Rip Hamilton.
And-
That
and-
shit
and- and
was
Troy- and Troy
automatic,
mentioned it.
dog.
Troy-
I ain't never
But
seen
yeah,
it
I would
like that
still take
before.
risks.
Troy
I would
mentioned
But I
take
bet
it.
risks
you
here.
say it, Hayes.
Troy mentioned it. They didn't shoot threes back then. So if
they
you
didn't.
talking
Well,
about
let's
you
not say that. Let's not say that.
I hate that
No,
three-point
no,
shit
no,
now,
so-
though.
No, but listen, but listen.
That's your
they
boy
were
shit.
scoring- they were-
That's your boy
They were
too.
scoring all
Steph
those
got
points,
everybody
but they
shooting
weren't all
damn
going to
threes.
the rack like that. They all had a mid game.
Because they would
They-
leave him
they-
open.
they-
Nobody
they-
was rotating to him.
They have a mid game. Their mid game was more efficient
Okay.
back
Hands
then
up, man.
I just
than
got
it
a
was
question.
now.
My
Way
thing is
more
this.
Go ahead.
efficient.
I'm
Go
gonna
ahead,
say my
Troy.
statement.
Because
Hey,
that's what
Donovan
they
got a
lived
question,
off
bro.
of.
I'm gonna say my
Let me-
statement.
go ahead,
and
go
then
ahead,
we
Troy.
done. If you look at players now, they starting at 4 specializing, working on their game. Look at how many camps we had. Look at your son in them. They wasn't doing that back then. So
talking
you
about
look
your
at that
son,
now.
bro. He talking about your
I'm
son.
saying you look at that
And it's
now.
close to Father's Day.
His kids come in here doing in and out crossovers, man. They wasn't
Hey,
doing that back
hey,
then.
Troy.
Robert Ory said this.
Troy.
He said, man,
Hey.
these guys couldn't even dribble with
I
their left
said
hand.
Donovan.
They dribble up here.
Especially
but I'm
you,
just saying
Troy.
full. I'm just saying
But
full
Troy,
game.
Troy. You, Rail, I know for sure. I'm pretty sure Donovan, Kobe, Lance, Hayes have coached before. I've coached before. And watch us know basketball. Those are highlight plays. The in and out crossover. The double cross.
Let's just talk on your experience.
You know,
you
double
was,
cross.
You younger because you was playing at
So-
a high level.
and I'm gonna
was
give
you
it to you.
seeing?
Hold on.
I'm gonna
Like how
give it
y'all
to
been
you.
playing.
But all I'm
Go
saying
ahead,
is
Mal.
on 85% of of the time, it's either a quick jab step, one dribble layup. It's fundamentals that's still in the game. Now, I am not going to fucking disagree with you guys that, man, I seen a little motherfucking third grade that's cold. Nigga, I'm talking about handles. Guess what happened? We beat that nigga.
But let's not talk about this.
I'm about them dubs.
No, I feel you. But I'm
Little
saying
third
let's
grader.
not talk
We
about
beat
our
that
level
nigga.
though.
We beat that nigga.
But I'm talking about
fundamentals.
He was cold though.
But I'm saying, look at our
Lillard
players.
was nice.
I'm saying
Fundamentals.
when you looking
We
at
rolled
our
on that
players
little nigga.
now,
Beat
and
that
it's just not on our level where we coach because we talking about at a high level of playing. We talking about where you looking at where LeBron, where Bronny Jr. playing, where Imani Bates. You got a kid like this
I like him better than
at
Bronny Jr. a lot.
15
Oh yeah.
that has a grown man game, man. These kids was not coming into the
Also-
league with
it's
that
also-
type of package,
Because
bro.
guess what? He's 6'9", and motherfuckers didn't put him in a center position when we was
that's
If he
what
looking.
was
I'm-
born
that's-
back then, he
once
would have been
again-
a center.
So
That's
once
what I'm gonna
again,
get
once
to.
again, I'm agreeing with you guys as far as if you're
Yeah.
talking about more athleticism,
Athleticism.
and everything like that.
They're
but
more
I'm
way
talking
athletic,
about.
yes,
I'm
yes.
talking about
That's what I'm
Yes.
talking about. I'm
I'm
talking about
talking
just
pure-
athleticism.
Just
Athleticism.
No, I'm
Touch
talking
on the
pure
skill.
fundamentals.
Touch on the skill. Touch on the
Let's
skill.
talk about the centers, the big men in today's NBA. What big man was passing like Jokic was? Not one. What big man can dribble like
Besides
Karl Anthony
Sabonis.
Towns was?
Besides
Not one.
Sabonis.
It's been a few.
Sabonis was
It's
the
a
guy.
One.
Right, Sabonis. That was it.
Rick Smith
Look at
wasn't
Karl-
bad
look at
passing
Karl
the ball.
Anthony
It's been a
Towns.
few. It's been a few.
Karl
No.
Hey, listen. Hey,
Jokic
hey,
passes
It's
like
been
a
a
guard.
few.
No,
We
Jokic
ain't talking
passed
about
like a
not
guard.
being
Hold on,
That's
hold
what
on.
he said pass the ball.
Jokic
Vlade
passed
Divac
like a
passed
guard.
the ball.
No,
It was
he
a bunch of
passed the
centers.
ball.
Vlade
Vlade
Divac,
is
Vlade
close.
Divac.
Vlade
It
close
was
to
It was a
that.
bunch of them. Don't say
Hey,
none of them.
hold
No,
on,
no,
hold
no,
on.
no,
Say
no,
what you
no.
want, 20.
No. Listen.
Hold on.
I didn't say they couldn't pass the ball.
One at a time.
I said pass like him. Who has that vision that he has? Who can
Who?
play?
Like who?
Like,
Vlade, Hakeem. It's been a few.
Not at all. Not even close.
Oh.
Not even close.
Oh, don't
Never-
say that. You
Not
about
even
20,
close.
right? How old are
Not
you?
24.
That's what I'm saying.
Not even close.
That's what I'm saying. You wasn't
Vlade
alive
was
for
Not
it.
even
Vlade
close.
was
Yeah,
Vlade
not
was
even
out
close.
cold.
Not even close.
Vlade could
He
pass.
said not even
Hakeem.
close. What are you
Not
talking
even
about?
close.
Hakeem.
No.
Vlade and
See, I
Hakeem.
missed-
Okay, he's
I
24. He's
missed
showing his
most
age.
of the
Yeah, you
No.
tripping.
You
Passing
showing your
the ball
age,
out of
bro.
the post and initiating the offense. Are
You
two
showing your
different
age, bro.
Yeah.
Vlade and
We gotta
Passing
talk.
the
Hakeem.
ball
One at
out
a
of the
time, one at a
post
time.
and initiating the offense are two different things. Those are two different things.
Vlade and
Well, Jokic initiates the
Look at
offense.
Karl Anthony.
Yeah.
Exactly. Look at
It's
Karl
ran
Anthony
through
Towns.
him.
What big man
Hey,
was
hey,
moving
hey,
like him?
that's what I meant to
With
say,
fluidity.
Don. That's what I meant to say. And y'all know you
Yeah.
ain't been
Oh,
here in a
I
minute.
hate you said
Yeah,
Carl
yeah.
Anthony.
Don't
Don't
bring
mention
up
him.
any.
Don't mention-
if you
no
say
Timberwolves, bro.
Minnesota Timberwolves.
Don't bring them niggas up in here, bro.
Niggas almost get kicked out. That's
Why
true
don't we
story.
mess with?
But
Why
listen-
don't we mess with them, bud? Just
Because
let
they-
everybody know.
Because
them niggas
they
need to be
are
in the D
bitch
League.
ass, young ass, over motherfucking compensated,
Underperforming.
ass, you underperforming, entitled motherfuckers.
call
We
it
got a
that.
call. Let's see what we call. I hope they're not talking about
That
time.
music is nice.
What up, though,
Ringtone.
man? Hold on, y'all. What up, though, man? You calling sports and other shit ish. Who is this?
What up, though? This is Dion.
Dion.
Oh, what's good, cuz?
What
What's
up,
good?
though?
What up, fam? What up?
What up, though,
Hey,
Dion?
I'm
What's
from
on your mind?
I'm from an in-between age group.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
you a
about to be
tweener.
38 this summer.
He said he'd be 38. All right,
Oh, you
shoot,
no.
cuz.
I'm 38 too.
this summer.
I'm 38 with
So
you.
I was raised up at the end of that 88, 89. That's when I
Yeah.
first got into basketball, and I hooped all the way through early 2000s and all that, right?
Yep.
The skill level of the backup guys and the third level guys, they're going to hit that open shot
All
and
day.
do what you need them to do all day. But you couldn't put the ball in Kerr's hand and say take it from free throw line to free throw line.
Yeah,
For
Curry
sure.
Van Man do
I
that.
agree.
Van
I agree.
Fleet can do that.
Like Darren Collins is not. He ain't gonna hit that OBJ all the time. But you could put the ball in his hands and
Hey,
have him push the right.
But you could
So
put
it's
the
like some fundamentals that was missing, but it's some skills that are better now. too.
Hey, so I agree with you too, but you could put the ball in the motherfucker like Dennis Johnson hand. He gonna get the ball up the court. It may not be as flashy and quick, but he gonna get the ball up the court. You know what I mean?
I don't
It was
think
just a
he's a
different
playmaker,
way.
But
though.
he had to turn his back.
Of course. And hey, guess what? Hey, guess what? Fundamentals.
How did Magic bring the ball? Hey,
Safely get the
Dion.
ball up the court.
Dion, how did Magic bring the ball up the court?
He had to turn sideways.
And
Thank
guess
you.
what?
He
And
wouldn't put nobody on his
So,
hip.
so
and
let me
making the
ask you
move.
this, Troy. How many times did he kill? All the time. I don't give a fuck how he did it.
He led the
Back
league
to
in turnovers,
basket.
though. He
Back
led the
to
league in
basket.
You said a
turnovers.
key word, man.
Magic
You don't know
led the league in
how he
turnovers?
did it.
Yeah.
And his name was
Magic led the league in turnovers.
Hey,
We're
you
not
like
gonna mention
Barry
that, though.
Sanders?
Yeah.
He's the most losing his yards in NFL. And if you say you wouldn't take him number one as motherfucking running back, if you wouldn't take he's got the most negative yards in NFL. And if you say you wouldn't take him as the number one running back, you got
facts.
something to say,
That's
brother.
a big
I'm a
fact.
Marcus Allen guy. No, I'm playing Barry. Can Barry catch? I'm just playing. No.
Now you want to
Barry-
show your
That's a
age.
good
Now,
point.
Anything else, Dion? Anything
Well, I
else?
mean, that's simple.
Dion.
Yeah, hey, I wanted to say something about one more thing about that game when Steph had the 45.
Yeah.
Draymond, every time they cut it to 7, he tried to throw like a cross court
Thank
alley
you.
to nobody
touched on that
or
Point
Bell
shaving. He
wouldn't
said
box
to
out and
nobody.
just look at a rebound.
Tony.
And I'm like,
He
bro,
point shaving, Lance.
Tony.
y'all
Troy
looking
called
crazy
him.
out there.
He called him
And-
Tony.
and
Tony
Steph
off blue
diving on
chip.
the
He's still
floor,
going.
doing all
He's
that
still
stuff, and they was just making mistakes every time they cut it close, and that lost them maybe the series.
Yeah, man. Hey, Dion.
Hey, Dion,
So what's your?
yeah.
So
I got
before
one
you
more
go,
thing
man,
for
what's your? Go ahead, Troy. I'm about to ask him his prediction. Go ahead.
But give your prediction, then I got one more question for
What's
you.
your prediction? What's your prediction, Dion?
I don't jump ship, so I got to go Warriors in 7.
So
All right.
is KD back tomorrow or no KD?
I think he coming back. I think they always knew he was coming back.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, Troy.
I'm glad you called Dion because last week you missed out when we was touching on that boxing topic.
Oh, back
people
to
don't
that.
know Cuz is big on the boxing. He the one got me hyped
Oh, we
with
need
boxing
to-
a
we
few
need to
years
kick it,
ago.
Dion. I fucks with boxing,
Just kick on your thoughts on just that whole fight last week and just the landscape of boxing.
We're talking about the Joshua Ruiz. Go ahead, bro.
Oh,
Joshua was a mirage. He was an image. He beat Klitschko at the end like he was supposed to. He was a superior athlete. Then he skipped over Ortiz, skipped over Wilder, skipped over Fury, and then we let his promoter give him a bunch of credit when he was never that guy because he never proved it.
Hey, Dion, stay on, man. Listen, I'm with you all the way, motherfucking 10,000%. Motherfucking Joshua always been a bitch to me.
Let's start there.
Let's start there, nigga. Joshua always been a bitch.
Let's start
I got some breaking news in a second.
Lennox Lewis was a boxer, but guess what? He was trained by Emmanuel Stewart from Detroit. So it was like he had him, and guess what? Klitschko trained by the same gym. So what that nigga taught them was, nigga, keep your jab out there and come with that straight down the pipe, and you can't get close to my big 6'7" frame. So that's what Joshua was. But guess what?
Fight tall.
But guess what?
Yeah.
Klitschko, Lennox, and Joshua all got weak ass chins. And if you touch them, you're going, because in the Klitschko fight, Klitschko had him down, almost out of there.
Yeah, and if he was younger, he'd have got him out of there.
Yeah, he got him out
Hey,
of there.
Cuz, you had made a point about UK fighters last week. What was that? You were saying something about them.
The UK fighters are all mirages. We
Bitches.
talk about Kill
Let's call them
Bill.
bitches.
We talk about
Let's call them bitches,
We
Dion.
talking about all these guys.
Khan, oh my
When they
God.
come over here and they fight against, especially us, the black fighters in the U.S., they get exposed.
Let me tell you about this, Dion. Touch on this before you get out of here. I watched it last night. Triple G, great performance. I think he did what he had to do to try to get that third shot with Canelo. But Steve Rose, I got to give him some props for a second, because if you watch the fight, bro, he was giving them problems.
I ain't seen it.
He was giving them problems because he's fast. But Triple G just has a fucking, he's got that, what you call that E word, Hayes?
Endurance.
He got that motherfucking endurance. He motherfucking crazy, and he can take a punch. So he was
got a
like,
hell of a
okay.
chin.
He was like, okay, listen, ba-boom. And in a minute, these ba-booms, nigga, gonna lay you out. And he laid him out. So shout out to Triple G. But what do you think in the third match, Dion, before you get out of here, Triple G, Canelo,
Oh.
what you got? Who you got?
I don't see Canelo taking it unless he got to.
Oh, he might duck a nigga, huh?
Yeah, he already got that contract too.
Hey, I'm gonna say one thing about Triple G. They told me he can knock out anybody from 160 to 174. My dog Andre Ward said, "I'll be your Huckleberry," and they said, "Never mind."
Oh no, he didn't want to smoke.
He didn't know no
Nobody
problems
want no
with
smoke
Ward.
with Ward.
Yeah,
Nobody
come on,
want no
dog.
smoke with
Come
Ward.
on,
Theon.
dog.
Hey Theon, thanks
They
for
had to
calling,
retire
bro.
my guy to here, man.
Yeah,
Ward was a beast.
he didn't want no
man.
smoke. Didn't nobody want no smoke with the Ward. He was too cold. Thanks Dion for calling, dog. Love you, brother.
And listen,
bro.
while we
All right,
on
for
boxing, man, we're not gonna touch on how the fact that Zab Judah almost died last night.
Oh shit, bring that up. I didn't even know.
What happened?
You know, he checked into the hospital with like a severe head injury. The man was whooping on him last night, man.
Oh, he got beat up.
Oh, he got destroyed. Nobody saw that fight but me.
I was wondering why I was seeing highlights of him and Floyd floating around.
Oh no, my man was going upside Zab.
This is a real boxing
They
match?
said Zab took it like 100 shots.
Oh,
to the
I
head
heard
yesterday,
Zab
man.
was coming back, but I didn't know he was
100
fighting.
Oh,
last night.
my man was 32. You know, Zab 41.
But still,
And my man was working Zab there, so nobody saw that, huh?
Damn.
Zab in the hospital right now.
wow, off a boxing.
I don't
match.
think
My man was working him.
I don't think
it was
Zab
bad.
seen this.
He
No,
didn't even know
literally,
he
it was
fought.
like
He
it
also
was
ain't
like
seen no film.
it was Drago and Creed last night.
Damn.
God, to be more careful.
Nobody
man,
saw that.
prayers up to Zab.
Prayers up.
Damn.
I thought you. I swear to God. I just seen something on Twitter today. I thought you was gonna bring this up. It was Zab checking a
the
Twitter
store?
troll.
Yeah, I saw
it was a
that.
Twitter troll that had, he pulled up on him like, "What up, though?" I thought you was gonna bring that up, but
no, I'm
instead of
putting
the
up- I'm putting up,
troll
like, what
whooping
happened to
his ass,
Zab.
it was
Oh, no.
a real nigga whooping his ass.
Oh, my man went in on Zab last night.
No way.
Y'all was mentioning
Hey,
all the other
Hayes.
boxing matches last night. I said,
That
did
nigga
nobody
might
gonna bring
have
that
had
up?
endurance.
Hey, he didn't have that endurance.
The word of the day. We
You know
talked
what?
about
You know what?
Hennessy and endurance today.
on some real shit.
Hennessy and endurance. Hey, that'll make a bitch scream.
Get the charge.
Oh, took a charge.
Hennessy and endurance? Oh, my
and endurance.
Endurance tablet.
Shout out to my guy Illa at my JLB, man. We chop it up a lot, man, and we talk about this. And I just want to bring
Y'all
it back.
niggas don't work?
No.
We're not gonna say the name of the company.
No.
We want him to stay
No, we
employed.
don't.
Hey, we want to stay
No.
employed.
I'll say it. It's Lear, baby. We ain't doing the motherfucking thing so we had to. This is a union right here.
I
They
know
know
that's
all about
right.
it. We chilling when we can, baby. But no, we chop it up
Get it.
though. We chop it up though about that endurance word because you know who is undefeated? Father Time. Father Time is undefeated. So,
That's the only
You
thing.
right,
the
bro.
longer
That's
you
the only
can,
thing I know. What to be.
so the longer you can
I thought I was gonna
last.
say Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Floyd.
The longer,
Man,
He's
that
finally
nigga dog.
retiring. Thank God.
the longer you, yeah.
I'm going to touch on that before I go to my next topic.
Retired.
too.
I said
but-
next season is last.
No, but the longer you can
No, he's playing this
last,
season is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah, he's-
the longer you can last, it benefits you more. You have to stay healthy. Father Time is undefeated. He gonna come for every goddamn body.
coming.
Everybody
He on
feeling
your
the
ass
aches and
from-
pains.
Hey,
You
he on
gonna
your ass
feel
from
it.
the jump.
Yeah, from the
When
jump.
you're born, he on
From
your-
the jump.
When is he
if
coming for Tom Brady?
So I don't know.
He
but
on his
guess
ass.
what? But guess what?
I
Tom Brady
can't
got
wait
that
for him to
goddamn
come.
endurance.
I can't.
He has it. He's
Nah,
lasting
Tim
longer
Brady got that
than
endurance.
anybody
I can't
can.
wait for him
Brady
to come.
picked
for
He's
his
Tom Brady.
lasting longer. You have to give people credit for lasting longer than anybody else can because people don't last that
Hey,
long.
And that
for
defense,
whatever
because they only
reason.
scored 13
Hey,
points. in
It's
that.
all right, motherfucker. Lasting Father Time, baby. You can hey,
Let me ask you this.
That's
Let me
all
ask you.
I'm
Let me ask you,
saying.
especially at the
Father
quarterback.
Time, baby.
Directed.
Especially at the quarterback position when y'all talk about Brady. But with that endurance shit, man, let me ask you before we go.
This
before we
word.
go.
This word
This shit is
fucked up.
hilarious. This shit is fucking
No, we
hilarious.
still got 50.
Oh, we got
50
time,
minutes.
baby.
Yeah, we
I got because I got something else I want to ask y'all.
time, baby.
Hey, I got
Three of
two
y'all,
things.
and we marked
I
it
got
all
one
you
question and one thing. Go
Fuck it,
ahead.
hey,
Go
no,
ahead.
hey, Rail, go ahead. Fuck it.
First thing, what's called just tore his ACL. Talking about coming back to you.
Oh no, but can he? I saw that
Jordan Poole?
before. Yeah, no,
Matthews.
Charles Matthews.
No.
Yeah, I was sick about
He
it,
tore
bro.
his ACL?
Tore
As
his
long as he
ACL.
didn't hire an agent.
No,
You say he
but
tore
I don't
his
know.
ACL or his Achilles?
I don't know. I
ACL.
thought after certain.
He out a year. He going to
I
take
thought
that
it was
medical.
after certain.
Like
Take that
Yeah,
medical.
Yeah, they had already declared.
Yeah,
I thought after you declared,
Yeah,
you
if
might
you
have
got
You got to-
You gotta hire an agent.
No, they pushed it back. No, as long as you don't have an agent,
Yeah,
you
as long as
can
you don't have
withdraw.
an agent.
It's
You can
another,
declare all you
but
want.
it's
Yeah, but
another date
no,
that
it's a date
says
you
it's
gotta
another date
withdraw
that you
by.
have to withdraw by now.
I forgot what.
And I don't know if
It
it's
used to
legit.
be
That's a
May
new rule.
8th, but they pushed it out
That's
further.
a new
Right,
rule.
It
right,
used to
but
be
it's
May
but it
8th.
passed.
I think it was like
No, I'm
May
saying
30.
it used to be
Yeah.
May 8th, but they pushed the
So,
date
like
out.
May
so
30.
I don't know if that's gonna bound him. I hope he can go back. I mean, otherwise, hopefully, I hope he ends up like Spencer did with him.
But the thing
Simple
is,
and plain.
if
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm
He not
saying?
Dinwiddie, though.
No, Dinwiddie was that guy.
Dinwiddie
Dinwiddie
was a beast at
was
Colorado.
top 3. He was top 3
I
before
was
he got
happy
hurt.
when the
Yeah.
Pistons
And
drafted
so
And fucked it up.
but precedents,
Fuck it
though.
up.
Read
Yeah,
what
what
you
it
read.
say? Yeah, what it
read
say,
what you
Hank?
said so you can give us the details.
Oh no, he ain't had the details. Just
Damn,
tried to
bro.
work for the paper.
You had a
Prayers up
question,
for
all right.
Charles
Corey.
Matthews.
You had a
He
question
put it
right?
up there.
Corey who?
You got a question, real?
Shout out to Update Media. Corey Woods, he's talking about.
Corey Wood.
Yeah,
What Corey talking about?
Corey's a writer, sports writer for the Chronicle. He writes for Maize and Brew sometimes, a couple of things. So
What up, though?
yeah. I don't
What
know
up,
if it's a
Corey?
show, but
Yeah, man. Listen, man.
So he be coming a little early with the shit.
Let me.
he got,
Let
he
me.
got an inside track for sure.
Yeah.
Let me. This is what I wanted to
Real
do.
had something
I
else.
want to
Though.
go.
He said he had 2 things.
Oh yeah, you did
what
have another thing.
What's the other one?
He didn't forgot.
I know what. No, I ain't forgot.
I'm just talking.
Dang, man. He
I'm
just gonna call
sponsored
you
by
out like that?
A&W.
Right. He
Yeah.
just sponsored by
You alert.
A&W and small white
Man,
tees.
and
Wow.
I can't
He
breathe.
just shot.
I can't breathe.
He just shot from the hip hop code.
I was watching.
Don't forget about the V, baby. Don't forget about the
He
V,
gonna keep hitting you with this hot boy slang.
You gotta show a little chest with the
Yeah,
V right
it's
there.
crazy,
I
man.
ain't mad
Hey,
at you.
so I was watching the.
Don't think I'm letting it go. It's coming. Don't worry.
Now, dog.
Hug you.
A
Shout out.
couple clips. Man. What? Okay, just one game. Who win? We ain't got to go into detail. Who wins? Not why, because we be talking forever. Dream Team versus Redeem Team. 08 boys.
Oh, the old school
I'm
debate.
going with.
All right, so go ahead, Troy. Go. I mean, or Donovan, just come around. Go ahead, Donovan.
You know, I got to stick with the 08 Redeem team.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy.
I
Yes.
have to.
And you going redeem team too?
Yeah.
So-
All them guys was in their prime, though. if you
Everybody,
look at it.
both.
No, Bird
no,
and
no.
Magic wasn't in their
Are-
prime.
so
I'm
Bird
talking
was
about 08.
done.
Everyone was
Bird
in their
was
prime.
cooked.
Yeah.
You had
so-
Bron,
so you're-
Wade,
you're-
Durant was,
Melo.
though. Durant
So-
was, though.
So hold
Durant
on,
went on that
hold
team.
on, hold on, hold on.
08 was
Howard.
Bron.
Oh, Durant
So
went on
there's
that
Melo,
team?
there's
Oh,
Melo,
shit.
and all them guys. So
Yeah, that's the Dwight Howard
Kobe,
them.
All of them.
Melo, Kobe,
Kobe.
Melo, Dwayne Wade, Melo, all of them. So listen,
Jason
It's
Kidd,
laughable.
You hear
Chris
that?
Paul,
That's
laughable.
Darren
So
Williams.
Who do you pick? Who do you pick?
All of them
Who do you
was
pick?
in their
So
prime.
redeem.
Yes,
Hey,
redeem,
listen.
nigga.
As much as we was just talking about that old school shit, I respect it more than this new school. Redeem.
Thank you.
Redeem.
Thank
Okay.
you.
No.
And play more better comp.
Them old school niggas had endurance.
No, because them careers was over in like 10 years.
Hey, that nigga
Larry
that
gave
nigga
you
Larry
a
was
good
playing
8.
with a good icy hot pack.
Maybe
on
if
the,
they let Zeke play, maybe. But
old
since
niggas
Jordan
had
wanted to hold him
endurance.
out.
that was some whole shit.
Yes, they wanted to hold him out.
That was Jordan, right?
I love to see John Stockton try
Jordan.
to check Chris Paul.
I'm going with the redeem.
Redeem too.
do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Y'all
Look, he just was talking that shit, but we going with the redeem.
going
Go
with
Y'all
the
ahead.
disrespectful.
Lance.
Hey,
Lance.
man, first and foremost, me and Kobe didn't get a chance to get all predictions for the game, but I'm gonna say redeem team too, man. I'm really not a fan. It's hard to say. I'm not a fan
Lance,
of them guys, man.
Lance, no disrespect to Kobe, but the reason why he can't give a prediction because the nigga said Warriors in 13 quarters.
I'm glad y'all didn't ask me.
So we don't want to hear him. We don't want to hear shit. From
I ain't
him
got
no
nothing
more.
else to say about it. I'm glad y'all
So
didn't.
anyway,
He brought that up.
redeem, and dream.
1992. Are y'all serious?
So
Fuck
you
outta here.
thinking about their prime years? I would
I'm thinking about
listen,
size. I'm thinking about
Listen.
David Robinson. I'm thinking about Patrick Ewing. I'm thinking about Karl Malone. I'm
Trash.
thinking about Charles Barkley. Them niggas were
They can't play at the same
ultimate
time.
I'm
physical.
imagining
They
Charles
were
Barkley,
physical.
yeah, Charles Barkley.
I'm imagining
Should've played
Ewan
football.
on that perimeter when they clear out Bron.
Wait a
and they
minute.
like,
Wait a minute.
Listen, David Robinson was the starter. Now I'm not gonna.
Hey, I don't give a fuck. David Robinson on
man,
LeBron.
wait a minute.
They got.
that's all you got to see.
They got all defense and Scotty and Mike. Come on, man.
Let me
Come
get one
on.
thing clear.
Come
One
on,
thing
John
clear.
Christian.
Are we talking about a one game?
One
Or are we
game.
talking about a
One
series?
game?
One
92.
game. One game. Roll that
1992.
bitch out.
And listen, and
Okay.
listen.
Larry
Thursday
Bird
night,
out
just
there on that
roll it.
perimeter.
But listen,
One game?
but
Well,
listen.
wait a
Stockton
minute.
on
We
the
talking about one game?
Hey, but Hayes, but they saying, remember, so what they're saying
All these
is
guys are
that
in their prime.
is that you had to take that 92 team, so you can't take Magic,
Can't take
Bird, and all them
85
niggas
Bird.
in
Nah,
their
that's
prime.
best.
If
Wait
you
a
talk
minute.
about in their prime, then yeah, I'm going
Wait a minute.
92.
Bird
Wait a
wasn't even
minute.
playing in those games. He was
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
start
he was
and
just
then
showing
go
love.
lay down
Showing
on
love.
his
Bird will give
Showing
you
love.
8-9 minutes.
You know what?
and
You know
he
what?
was
You know
gonna give
what?
up 60.
I'm
but
sorry.
hey, but if they would have had the
I
prime
changed
niggas,
my pick. I fucks with you, Cole. One game. Give me the old school nigga.
You
One
acting
game-
like Karl
one-
Malone
no,
wasn't
no,
in his
no,
prime.
Yeah, 'cause they can't play
no,
two.
No, no,
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you
hold on,
why.
hold on.
Karl
They
Malone
can't
was in
play
his
two.
prime
We got to
in
talk at
92.
once. We gotta
I'm
go
gonna, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you why, and it's just like the NFL. NFL, you know, a team will beat a certain team
one day.
in a series.
Any
You
given
know that.
Sunday.
But that one given time, and the way they, and like I said, they do got the. I was talking
So
that
they
shit
sneak 'em
earlier.
in the first
but
game.
they do have some endurance.
Real
Now,
make
they're gonna play. They're gonna play very physical, and
yeah,
it's, and,
we
like,
saw it.
and I want to bring this back up. I know it's kind of old, but the one thing I said Milwaukee had a problem with because it was the highest scoring
Length.
team is this when motherfuckers get to playing defense on you and you scoring a certain amount of points, and you're not scoring that certain amount of points. Same thing that's happened to motherfucking Golden State to a degree. you kind of start looking around. Now, them motherfuckers are skillful. They can score way more amount of points, but I think their defense is way better, and they can be more physical.
Listen, fuck all that.
So this is where we
defense
going.
is
I mean, we gonna go to
way
you,
better.
Donovan.
They played
So the
Charles
two best
Barklett.
players.
No,
let's just
throwing
go.
them goddamn
Yes.
elbows.
Hold on.
Let's
Hold
just
on.
nothing
What the real
Y'all
say?
talking
Light
about
ass niggas
intangible
can
stuff.
do, man.
I'm talking about
Redeem.
hooping, bro.
What the real
One
say?
game.
Redeem.
I'm
He
talking
said
about
redeem.
physicality
One
too.
game,
gonna
give
say
it to old
hooping.
niggas. Fuck it.
So the two best players is
5-2.
who? So for
Redeem.
who? For
5-2.
redeem,
In
it
one
would be
game, I'll
Jordan.
change it.
It would be
5-2
who?
redeem.
It's Jordan and Barkley, right? So
Karl
redeem
Malone?
got Kobe and it's Kobe and Bron.
You said what,
They
Karl
third best
Malone?
player was Wade, who
Doing
was
that
going,
good,
who was averaging like 30 points, bruh.
Listen, man.
Man, them
First off,
matchups is a
how
problem,
those
bro.
guys
They ain't
don't
checking
defend?
none of
They
those
don't
guys,
defend,
man.
bro.
Who's gonna
You
defend?
have LeBron at the
Do you
four.
know
How
who
you gonna
Michael
defend?
Jordan was?
Okay,
That-
I understand.
Not
Jordan
with all them
guard
niggas
Kobe.
on the
He
court.
still got to match
Who
Kobe,
gonna
and
guard?
Kobe
Do you
just
remember who
as
Scottie
close.
Pippen was? How much
Okay,
defense they
cool.
both played?
Who's
Okay.
gonna
Do you,
guard?
do you remember Clyde Drexler? How much defense he played?
And
Are
Kobe-
you serious?
Nigga,
It's like-
come
you
on,
can't
man.
speak because you
D-Wade
wasn't even
gonna
alive,
cook
bro.
him. D-Wade
I
gonna
love you,
cook
but you
him.
wasn't even alive.
D-Wade
Kind
gonna
of
cook
you
him.
wasn't alive.
You
D
wasn't
Wade
alive,
led
bro.
that team in
Cook him.
scoring, bro.
First off,
Hey,
he
hey,
wasn't
hey,
alive.
hey,
Clyde
hey,
didn't
Come
start.
on, man.
He
Come
didn't
on.
start.
Clyde didn't score.
Hold on,
Start.
Trump. I love D Wade. Probably like one of my. Is Kobe D Wade when it comes to two guards, but he ain't just about to kill Clyde.
They ain't
Thank
about to
you.
kill him though.
But
Thank you.
Same way. So what I'm saying is a good matchup.
Who gonna win the
That's
matchup?
not a bad.
No,
Listen,
who's
bro.
gonna win the
So
matchup?
when they
I
got
don't
John
know-
Stockton
listen,
on that
what
island,
I'm
I just
saying-
want to know what
Not-
y'all
hold
gonna
on.
do.
Stop it. We're not talking John
We're talking about one game.
In one
though.
game, he
Remember,
gonna
right.
get cooked.
Remember, we're talking about one game.
Oh, that's all
though.
it needs.
And
talking
one
about
game
one
you gonna see
game.
Who
clear.
gonna put the body on
Hey,
David Robinson?
hey,
down?
but guess what?
Dwight
The
Howard.
White and Chris Bosh.
Hold on.
Chris Bosh.
Disrespectful to
Oh,
Dwight
David
Howard.
Robinson?
Hold on.
Disrespectful to Dwight Howard.
Hold on.
Disrespectful to Dwight Howard.
Dwight was cold.
Oh, we
Bro, I
got
love you.
once,
I don't even know you, but I can't talk to you.
Don't disrespect the
Once,
Dwight.
I got you about 14
Don't
years, bro. I can't even
disrespect
talk
the
to you.
White.
You wasn't alive.
Hold on.
I love you, bro,
Disrespect
but I
the
can't do
White.
it.
Hold on. Now listen.
Thank you, Dwight
Now
Howard.
listen,
Dwight
yeah,
Howard,
yeah,
don't
yeah.
do that.
Don't
Don't
do
even
that.
do that.
14 in
You
his
don't even
prime.
remember
Don't-
Dave Robinson. You
Donovan,
mad
Donovan,
'cause you
22 and 14 in his prime.
That's
Dwight
cool. That's
Howard.
cool, Troy.
Y'all being
3 straight
disrespectful.
defensive player of the
Donovan,
years.
once again, you talking numbers, all that shit.
Do you, Troy,
You're an eye
you
test guy.
remember David
You're an eye
Robinson.
test like
You
me.
remember David
You're an
Robinson.
eye
What are you
test guy like
saying?
me. I don't
We
even
not talking
know how
about
I
better
don't
play.
even
We
know
just
how
say
we
you
got
put a
on
body
this.
on him.
I'm not even know how we got on this.
Real.
But
No,
how,
Cole said
no.
who gonna body.
But listen,
I just said
Well,
Dwight.
listen,
You brought it
Dwight
for
Howard
top.
is
you
not
can't.
gonna body
said who gonna body with him. I
can't
said Dwight will
you
body with him.
cannot-
Not David
I'm
Robinson.
talking about you can't.
He might get 6 fouls, but he a
Not David
body with
Robinson.
him.
Hey,
Not David Robinson.
that's one nigga you can't put Dwight Howard in this sentence.
You sure can.
Not with
say
David
that,
Robinson.
We talking about how the
Dwight
teams
Howard,
are
y'all are
constructed,
So
man.
y'all telling me-
Y'all act like it's 5
So
centers.
all them centers in the 90s was better than Dwight Howard?
Yes.
I didn't say that. Once again,
Yes.
I didn't say that.
Easily.
I said you can't put Dwight Howard
You
and
talking
David
about
Robinson.
eye test, right?
But-
No, I said
Defense
them
player
two.
of the year?
Them two.
How many years defense
I'm
player
not
of the year?
putting
Any test.
Not
I
Dwight,
smoke
bro.
a lot of
Not
weed.
Dwight,
Did
bro.
this man just compare
Not Dwight,
David
bro.
Robinson and Dwight
Not
Howard?
the
Not
Admiral.
Dwight, bro.
You can't do it.
Not
the
Dwight,
Admiral.
bro.
What is
Not
his
Dwight,
name?
bro.
The Admiral?
Not Dwight,
no.
bro.
Y'all disrespectful.
The Admiral?
No,
And that's
no,
how
not
to
Dwight.
take these
Not Dwight.
conversations.
The
Not
Admiral.
Dwight
Yeah,
Admiral.
what?
Y'all
Dwight
Dwight
Howard
Admiral.
and David Robinson.
Not
I'm
those
not-
Good
two.
night, sweetheart.
We all can't go
Dog,
in.
dog,
fucking
listen,
night.
listen,
One at a
listen.
time.
Good
One
night,
at a time.
sweetheart.
Go
Listen,
ahead. Go
listen.
ahead.
Y'all taking it out of context. I'm just saying he would be the guy defending the post. Is
Yeah.
all I'm saying. I'm just
know.
saying Brian wouldn't be caught on the center. You know, just
Right.
you know what I'm saying.
And he can guard him though. He's 6'8", 260.
all
He
I'm-
can.
Mike is gonna
He
dunk on
can
Dwight
match
Howard
them.
every time down the
All
court.
I'm saying, I'm sorry, man.
He gonna jump over Dwight.
That dude.
No, he's a hoe.
Is other shit.
I'm just saying
That's why.
he was a physical
That's
specimen.
why.
Mike gonna look at Dwight Howard and say, "Oh,
He
yeah,
eliminated
come get
Bron
these
though
two."
with that
If
40 and
Dwight
14.
retired in
We not gonna
2010,
disrespect
Did he
Dwight.
win the ship?
If he retired in
He
2010,
eliminated
y'all
Bron.
whole perspective on him would be
He's a
different.
bum.
He got
But
Bron
he's
out of
only-
there.
How old is he though?
Say that again.
I can't
Donovan
believe y'all
30.
putting Dwight
No,
Howard
there's
over.
no way.
We gotta go at
But
once.
no,
We
that's
gotta
what
go
I'm
once.
saying.
There's no way
Dwight
he's
Howard-
retiring in
Go, Lance.
2010.
Go,
No. That's the thing. Y'all remember?
You said what, Lance?
There's no way he's retiring in 2010.
No. I'm saying if he did, your perspective on Dwight Howard would be different than what it is now.
If it was a fifth, we all be drunk.
No. The reason why you think a certain way about Dwight is because those Laker years and those Houston years.
And he was injured. He was through after that
Orlando
injury.
Dwight,
was he?
Come on,
He rushed
man.
himself back.
It's not even close.
Because he was
That's why
athletically
Cousins.
good.
That's why Cousins gonna
Yeah.
kill himself.
I'm not
man.
saying
And that's
he's
what
better than
happens.
David Robinson,
Dwight
but
is
y'all saying
not
like
close to
Dwight-
David Robinson.
No,
that,
ain't nowhere near close.
I'm just saying before that back
none of them
injury.
greats.
Before that back injury, Dwight was 23 and 14 every night. They had lost to the Hawks. He averaged like 40 that series. or up there with it.
Who
He
was
he
defending him
lost
in
all his
Atlanta?
game
Who was
after that
Tell me who was
injury.
defending him in
That
Atlanta.
don't matter. See, now,
Yeah,
no,
I'm just
now
saying.
that don't matter.
There we go. Why it
That don't matter, bro.
Because
He gotta
because
score.
the nigga
Man, I'm
because
about
he
to
catch
take these
listen,
headphones
you gotta
off.
listen
Are y'all
though.
kidding me?
You gotta
I'm
listen.
listening.
He catching that bitch deep in the post.
And
He's
he's turning
16.
and dunking, bro.
He turning, hooking with a 40-inch vertical. I don't give a fuck who checking him.
Nobody
That
stopping
bitch going
that, bro.
in or out. That bitch going in
And
or
when
out.
he
my
lost
nigga.
that lift, it was a
I'm
wrap.
just saying he can't compare with them greats. I'm not against you on that. But once you catch it deep in the post, you gonna miss that bitch or make that bitch.
And he got
I
a
don't
good
give
shot
fuck
every
who
time.
on you, nigga.
All
I
I,
don't care who
Dwight
on
Howard
you.
can't
all I want to say
Hey,
about
hold on.
all I want
Go
to say
ahead,
about
Hayes.
the Dwight Howard thing is endurance.
I know he's about to go there.
For the simple fact, this
He don't
man,
got endurance. He
This
don't have no
man,
endurance.
this
He got-
man
he
went
got
out.
fucked in the butt.
Yeah,
He
he
sat on the-
we ain't gonna go
He
there.
sat on
The
the
views
ass
of
pad,
sports and other
on the
issues
ass
Let's stay away
pad
from that
are
one.
not
to
the
go
views
out.
of
This man has absolutely
Malcolm.
no
Right,
endurance.
Those are
None
not the
at all.
views.
And we're talking about goddamn Dwight Howard and the Admiral. That is disrespectful.
That's disrespectful
This man
to the
went out on the
Admiral,
ass pad.
But anyway.
I'm sorry, he has no endurance.
This gonna
This
take a
man
minute.
does
This
not
no
belong in
endurance.
that
Hey, this
Please
gonna-
switch the topic. We
This
get
gonna
it.
make
Stop.
this gonna
End
minute,
that
take a
thing.
minute to go around. We're sorry
Okay,
for
but we
the
know
Admiral
he
and the
can't fuck
Dwight.
with the Admiral. We know.
No,
Or
two
Patrick
people
Ewing.
said they can't. He can't.
Patrick Ewing, terrible.
But we're not gonna get to that.
Disrespectful, bro. Y'all disrespectful.
We're not gonna get to that.
Yes,
hey,
I am.
terrible.
hey, let's get off of the
Wait,
Dwight
wait,
because
yes, I
Dwight.
am.
You know what I think they would do? I think they would just score on each other all game.
Okay.
Like how Sheed and
Okay.
what you call
Wait,
them had to
okay.
do.
So why wasn't David Robinson dominating in the
wasn't-
playoffs
Dwight
before
wasn't very
Tim Duncan? I just
skilled.
got that question.
Dwight
y'all.
He was.
No, but he
No,
looked
no,
stronger than
no,
everybody.
no,
He was
no,
just
no,
getting
no,
deep,
I'm
man.
saying, like,
You wasn't watching
No,
it.
I'm
You
not
wasn't
saying
They
that.
watching
was.
it.
I'm
Yeah,
not
they was
saying it.
like
No,
number
no, no,
one
no.
seed.
You wasn't watching
No, I'm
it.
not saying it. I'm not saying it.
You don't remember
Like,
San Antonio in
when
the Alamo Dome.
when Shaq
you don't
played-
remember it. You
When
don't
Shaq
remember
was
it.
playing,
Let him get it out. Let
Shaq
him
was
get it out.
dominating. Shaq was 30 and 15, couldn't stop him going to the finals.
Robinson was doing
no,
that,
but
bro.
how many
Yeah,
how many
Robinson-
finals appearances did he have before Tim Duncan got there? Since he was so unstoppable.
Two.
How many
A lot of
Dwight
people
had?
How
wasn't
many
going,
Dwight
bro.
had?
No,
He
that's
had
Yeah,
what
one.
that's what I'm trying to get.
Yeah,
to.
one.
It's a team
I'm
game.
not saying that Dwight is.
Yeah, it's still
unstoppable
basketball.
That
before.
dude did score
I'm not saying
70
he's
in a
unstoppable
game, bro.
before.
71.
Devin Booker
Don't
scored
cheat on his
70.
last
Quadruple
point.
double.
71.
And who is Devin Booker, or is his name Dwight
Oh,
Howard?
please don't.
We're
All right,
We're talking
man,
about
switch the
Dwight
topic.
Howard
I was
and
with
David
you, cuz
Robinson.
you showing your age.
Now you
No,
tripping.
I've been
no,
saying
He
this
said
since I
Booker.
got here, man. I've been
No,
saying this since I
no,
got
Dwight
here.
Howard
What's your
and
question,
Admiral.
Boog?
Hey,
Please,
hold on,
next
hey,
topic.
listen, next topic.
Switch.
Donovan just blew it.
Switch.
We're gonna hit you with. So
What
look,
you saying about
we're
Booker?
going through, bro. Listen, we start with Hayes. We're going around. 2 early predictions. We're gonna go with, and we're gonna hold you accountable. I'm
Skip
putting
me
in
on
the
my
notes.
prediction.
It's NFL. It's NFL. It's gonna take a little minute.
I'm solid, baby.
So look, NFL, baby.
Here we go.
Where-
I'm
oh,
here.
I want to go
I'm here.
through each division. I want you to give me your 1 through 4 in each division.
Man, I ain't even know. I'm so tapped out. I don't even know if I can provide.
We're going to start with the NFC North to try to warm you up.
Detroit
NFC
is
North.
fourth. Detroit is last.
NFC North. Go ahead, Hayes. Your NFC North. NFC North 1 through 4. What you got?
1 through 4. I'll take Chicago number 1. I'll take Green Bay number 2. I'll take Chicago number 3.
You said
Chicago.
Chicago.
No.
Sponsored
Chicago.
by empty bottle of Hennessy.
It's either it's either
His
Green Bay or
endurance ran
Detroit.
out.
No.
He ain't got no more endurance.
No, I have no more endurance. I fucked up. I have no more endurance.
It's called the Brad League, not the True League.
Oh, I know you're
Bradley.
talking about Bradley.
Green Bay, then Detroit.
Both field walk
Green Bay,
right
then
in.
Detroit.
You said Chicago, Green Bay.
No, you said
Damn it,
Chicago,
where's Minnesota at,
I
Hayes?
said Minnesota.
Oh,
Chicago, Minnesota,
Okay,
Green Bay,
okay, got
Detroit.
it. All right.
Chicago, Minnesota, Green Bay, Detroit.
Detroit winning the division?
No.
No,
okay, that's
one,
the
no,
other-
the other way,
no.
other
I
way,
said
1 through
Chicago.
4.
Make sure.
I got it right now.
Nigga, he
Right.
ain't
All
crazy.
right,
He ain't that
smarten up.
crazy.
I thought you were talking
Chicago,
about the bottom to the
Minnesota,
top.
Green Bay, Detroit.
Okay.
Damn, we from Detroit, y'all.
It's all right.
I don't give a fuck.
Damn.
Doom, 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 doom.
Go ahead, Cole.
Oh,
Go ahead.
boy.
Go ahead, Cole. Go ahead, Cole.
Oh. Who's Minnesota's quarterback? Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins.
Captain Kirk.
So I got I go Green Bay. Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota.
Then
We need to
Detroit
see the
last.
last game. We need to say their name.
Detroit in 4th.
Who?
Detroit is not in the NFC North.
Detroit not in the NFL, huh?
Wait a minute. Who is it? Green
Now
Bay?
you see what he did. You see how he did Detroit, and you see how he did Golden State.
Detroit. I'm sorry.
GB.
I do like
Green
that. I
Bay.
do like their couple last pickups.
No, hold on. GB.
Green Bay.
Detroit.
Yep.
Who were they? The Lions.
Man,
Come on.
Minnesota's D is so good, and I don't really trust Mitchell Trubisky.
No homo.
But their defense, no homo.
Chicago, then
But
Detroit.
that
You
defense
said-
in Chicago is amazing.
So who you got, bro?
So Green Bay, Chicago, Minnesota.
All right, real.
Chicago, Minnesota, Green Bay, Detroit.
Y'all really like Mitchell Trubisky, huh?
All right, go
That's their
ahead. Go
defense,
ahead.
bro.
Go ahead, Donovan.
Minnesota, Green Bay, Detroit, Chicago.
Minnesota,
Chicago
Green Bay.
falling.
I like Detroit third.
Chicago third.
falling.
Hey,
Killed
with,
them.
with film on Trubisky, we see what the fuck. I feel you.
And
Go
with
ahead.
film on Khalil Mack in NFC North.
I think,
Not saying
He's
they
still a
gonna stop
monster,
him.
but
He a
yeah,
monster
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
You had to finish it last.
But if you look at the end of the year, he kind of ran out of steam from the way he was playing at the beginning of the year.
I mean, he was fool. It was just that he was fooling so much
he,
off the
he
trade.
was going
Yeah, he was
crazy
fooling.
in the
Go
beginning
ahead.
of the year.
I just think this is gonna be the year that Rodgers is healthy. You don't have to deal with no bad
New
knee.
guy, new
coach. I just think
That broke
I think
his
he was
ACL
tired of
hooping.
McCarthy.
He tore his
man.
ACL
Yeah, he
hooping.
tore his ACL
Clown.
hooping. So I got Aaron. He's the best quarterback in the NFL.
I like that
Rodgers.
nigga name though. That nigga
So-
the first name I'll call.
All right,
Yeah.
so go ahead.
So Aaron,
Yeah, that first name.
we
I'll
going
call.
with Green Bay. Then I'm going with Minnesota, Chicago. I'm not saying that last team name.
All right, I go. Damn, just don't want to disrespect him. I got
Taking all day buffs. I bet not see no Detroit Lion with buffs on.
I got
Sending the young guys.
This
after
is
you.
crazy. This is crazy. I got Minnesota. No. Yes, Minnesota.
He has no idea.
Listen,
Dalvin Cook coming
listen.
back.
Hold
Dalvin
on.
Cook will be back.
Minnesota. This is crazy. Detroit, Chicago, Green Bay.
I can see that.
Next.
I can
Next.
see that.
Next. All right. So next,
What was your four?
Green Bay.
Green
I
Bay
think
fourth.
the new coach,
Next.
and I think the new coach with Rodgers. I don't think that shit gonna click off the
I don't mean to
rip.
cut you off.
Rodgers
Who was your
is the
number 2 team?
coach.
Yeah,
Rodgers
Detroit.
is the system.
Detroit with the number 2.
Okay.
And I don't
Next
even fuck with them
division.
like that. But
No,
next
yeah,
division.
okay.
Next
Let's go
division.
NFC East. You lost OBJ, New York.
they
You
last.
got the Redskins with Haskins, your last name, baby, and he coming with the motherfucking revenge.
Facts,
So who you got?
I'm going Philly, Dallas, Washington. I'm not gonna say that other team name. You want to pick Jones,
Philly,
Daniel Jones.
Dallas.
Washington. That's all that matter. That other team not being
Damn,
mentioned.
sound fuck with them niggas. So you believe in the Carson Wentz getting the Blake Griffin money?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was the MVP if he didn't get injured.
Do y'all understand
And
what
then
I
it
just
takes a
said?
year to
Do y'all
come back
understand
from
what I
that.
just said? That was just a shot at the NFL.
I heard what you said though,
Carson Wentz just got Blake Griffin money.
but let's be honest.
No,
it
no,
takes
no,
a
no,
year
no.
to come back from
At-
that knee injury.
No,
It takes a year to come
No,
back.
what I'm saying, no, that was still
It took
the highest
Adrian-
paid
it took Adrian
shit.
Peterson one
No,
game.
no. Actually,
He different.
what Philly did in that situation
He
was
not.
actually smart by their organization. They got out first and they paid Carson Wentz. They set the market.
Yeah, niggas about to
They,
get paid.
they set the market.
That was
So that
crazy.
means Dak.
He better not get paid.
No.
No,
He
no.
is.
No,
I mean,
Baker.
the
You think
Baker-
about the other
they're
niggas
coming.
coming.
I'm
not
telling
big
you.
against
Patrick
myself.
Mahomes.
I'm
Patrick
telling you.
Mahomes.
That team
I'm
is
tell-
also better with Nick Foles at
in
quarterback.
these
A lot better with Nick Foles at quarterback.
Hey, hey,
And then-
Mahomes,
is better
like
with
he
that.
said, Mahomes about to break the bank.
Listen,
He's getting
in
200 mil.
Yeah.
In these type of situations, like you said, you want to be first
you the
to get
first
out
nigga.
there. You want to be first to get out there to set the
Blake
market.
Griffin money ain't that bad.
Because if you don't set the market first, as soon as you set that market, he's getting 178.
I gotta go
It's
up.
going north.
Yeah, it's going
It's
up.
going
It's
north.
in
So
the
you better
baseline.
get out there
It's
early.
in the
Say
baseline.
everybody was talking about Stafford. Oh, he the highest paid motherfucker. He this, that, and the other.
He about 10th now.
2 more years from now, you gonna look like, damn.
The
man,
thing
man,
is,
man,
it goes up
they not
every
got
year.
that bad what they getting now.
But you
So
gotta
better
look
be-
at-
you get out. You better get out there early. That's all I'm
It's
saying.
different though with NFL contracts.
They
These
should've-
not guaranteed.
No,
so
this-
these
but-
guys.
They
But
should have
what I'm
paid
saying
Stafford
is-
in
saying,
bottles.
though, all
No.
they do is they pay that
Hold on, hold on,
upfront
hold on.
money. They don't have to be on for the
but what
end
I'm saying
if you
is,
trash.
what I'm saying,
Or they
is-
restructure
No,
you.
but what I'm saying is Carson Wentz
They're franchise
got
players.
guaranteed
Yes,
Blake Griffin's money.
These are franchise
He's young
players,
and
though.
he's coming on for ACL.
These are
All I'm
franchise-
gonna be
saying,
healthy.
These are franchise
that's
players,
what I'm
though.
saying is, Troy.
We're
that
talking about
is that is
quarterbacks.
the first time
Yeah.
ever
He's overpaid.
anybody got
Yeah.
104 million.
We're talking about quarterbacks,
guaranteed.
though. They're franchise players. They're,
Kirk Cousins at 84. Guess how much money that is? Reggie Jackson money.
I'm just saying. though.
So it's what I'm saying. We saying is just going up. That's all
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Oh no!
you want to get ahead of the curve. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at Philly for getting it early because the earlier you get it out, You get a lower price because it sets the market for that type of situation. Dak gonna be like, oh, he got that.
Yeah.
Shit,
Oh,
you know what
I'm a
saying?
leverage. I
You know
guess
what I'm saying?
better
I'm a
not pay
leverage.
him now.
Hey.
I feel
So
you,
wait
but
a minute.
then what's your options after that?
We started.
Other than that,
we
shoot,
started with you,
he
Troy.
throwing
on
against
the
8-man
NFC East. We
fronts.
started with Troy. All right, so go that way. So Donovan, go ahead. So start with Troy.
I got Dallas 1,
Woo.
Philly 2,
Woo.
Washington close third. I think Washington and Philly
Like a
gonna
9, 8, and 8, 9 and
like
7. Okay.
Yeah, like if Washington take both games from Philly, they'll probably
Shout out to Dwayne.
jump them.
Shout out to
I
Dwayne.
got because I don't think Philly's gonna be as good as they were last year. I don't
Their
trust
defense
Carson
is
Wentz.
amazing, bro.
I don't think his knees are gonna hold up the whole season.
I think
A
Foles
year
is
off?
better for him
And
too.
no
We'll
Foles-
see.
and
We'll
no
see.
Foles.
We'll see.
No
Let's just go.
Foles is
I know
tough.
because I keep saying Foles, man. They were like barely scoring. The only game they went off was in the Super Bowl. They beat Atlanta 15-10, bro. They beat them 15-10.
Hey,
That's because
hey,
their defense was
inspired.
once again,
That
Troy.
defense was
Hey,
nice.
Troy.
That
Troy.
team
Once
responded
again,
better
all
than
I'm
Foles.
saying is get me dubs.
Yeah, get
Oh,
me
it don't matter
there.
how you get it.
I don't
Get
give
me
a fuck.
there.
Get it. Give
Especially
me
in
dubs.
football.
What
Give
was
me
they
dubs.
13-3 with Wentz? He just had a bad
I'm on
knee.
the- I'm on
Their
the
problem
bet-
is they rushed him back. They should have just let him
Hey, I'm not
sit
mad.
out
I'm-
8 games instead of
Last
I'm-
quarter,
I'm
I'm
willing
willing to
Foles.
bet nobody in Philadelphia is mad that he didn't score enough points to win them a Super Bowl.
I'm just saying, but you saw they didn't mind him getting shipped out though to Jacksonville.
No,
it
but-
wasn't like
but-
they was keeping him for insurance.
We'll
No,
see.
but the thing is, though, you have to do that in that type of situation because
Yeah, you have
you're
to.
gonna, you're gonna cause friction. Wentz is your franchise quarterback. If you got him behind him, you're gonna say, "Damn, he won a Super
Just in
Bowl."
case.
So did we
This,
not
that,
see
and the
Nick
other.
Foles
What
in
they
St.
want-
Louis? This
No,
guy
it's an
works
insurance
good
policy.
with good team
What
friendly
I'm saying
systems,
is,
man.
what I'm saying
You're talking about
is,
somebody
gonna be
old.
terrible in
We'll see.
Jacksonville,
We'll see.
bro.
We'll
He's
see.
not good.
We'll see.
We'll see.
He don't
Anyway,
have those weapons.
Anyway,
Okay.
go ahead, Donovan. Oh no,
he got
Donovan.
Leonard Fournette back
The
there.
Giants.
Giants last.
They
Yeah, that's crazy to
joke.
me. Real NFC East.
Dallas, Washington.
This is on
Philly.
wax. Remember this. We coming back to this. we coming back to this. What'd
He
you say?
said Dallas,
Right,
Washington,
right.
Philly.
Dallas, Washington, Philly, Giants.
You got
Go ahead, Kobe.
Philly.
Haskins.
If Dak Prescott get paid, they'll be third.
Okay.
If they don't give him that money,
He'll be
You get second.
he'll be second. So right now I got Philly, Washington, Dallas.
Giants.
If Dak doesn't get paid,
Asterisk.
Lance.
Asterisk.
Lance.
Yeah.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to roll with Dallas. All-American team with some shit.
They didn't
say.
want. You didn't want to say the name. They
No,
all-
I ain't never
And
said
then
anything
Washington,
crazy.
man.
Yeah, I got them in the same division
As
with
the
the Lions, the Giants, the Lions.
Giants. Oh, the same shitty
Yeah,
boys.
it's gonna be a new.
They in
division.
NFL
boys.
Europe. They in
Yeah.
NFL
Man,
Europe.
Doodle
I'ma
boys.
talk- man, dude, it gotta suck to be the younger brother that ain't worth shit in the house at Thanksgiving. I'm talking about Eli.
So Eli, you got him 2
Oh.
rings.
That's a fucking suck, dude.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
terrible.
but guess what though? Got 2 rings.
You got 2 of them.
He got 2
Both of
rings.
them great.
Listen,
Shout out to
Boy.
David Tyree, man.
Nostalgia is a
He
hell of
he
a
didn't
drug.
win
That
that
crazy
ring.
was crazy.
Eli
Nostalgia
don't get
is
to
a hell
claim
of a
that
drug.
ring.
But at the same time,
Nostalgia will kill you.
he got
Eli
2
don't
rings.
get to claim
he
that
made,
ring.
But he did make some. I'm not saying
We
Eli's
go-
crazy, but he made some plays in that Super Bowl to win that
Nostalgia.
ring.
Shout out to
Let me-
Mario
let me tell you
Manningham.
this, man.
Nostalgia will kill you.
Man, look, he got 2 rings. That's awesome. That's great for the fans. But at that table, when you talking about Eli, his brother, and his father,
He don't even get to sit with
football
him. He
men,
above father.
Football men.
I'm going above
Eli
my
sitting
father.
at the kids' table.
I'm going above my father.
Trent Dilfer got a ring too. though.
John Sally got
He
five.
got 1 ring. He ain't got 2.
John.
John
And
Sally
and
got
he
five.
and he didn't beat the Patriots twice.
Bill Cartwright got 3.
That's crazy.
That
Rings don't
defense
mean nothing.
did.
Regardless,
Hayes.
he didn't beat the Patriots
Hayes,
twice.
my
But that's a
bad. Go
different
Hayes. I hate Eli Manning, man.
Time for
Yeah,
some
I do too.
analytics.
This.
Okay.
We doing NFC East, man. What up?
We gotta get through these other dudes.
I think for the last 10 years, nobody has repeated in the NFC East. Nobody has repeated.
That's why Philly win.
Nobody has repeated. So that's why I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. Dallas, they're not going to do it again. Washington, they got a rookie quarterback. New York is ass. So I'm going with Philadelphia first.
Yeah.
Washington, because they're going to sneak some niggas with Haskins. They're gonna sneak some niggas like RG3 did.
So they
Not-
get film on them.
Yeah,
All right,
they ain't got
bro.
no feel. They'll get a good second. They'll feel good about their season. Dallas, a third. Side note, my brother's middle name is Dallas. I hate that shit. He loved Dallas like he was born and raised there. That nigga ain't been to no goddamn Dallas. But anyway, and then New York, motherfucking fourth. So I'm going
right
with
then.
Philly, Washington, Dallas, and then New York.
Hey, y'all say them
fly.
trying to make that little highlight tape of Jones and like rookie camp. Man, he
Yeah,
was
Daniel
looking
Jones.
so terrible.
Which
Probably
one?
struggling for
Daniel
film.
Duke nigga?
Jones. Yeah, when
Where
they
he
was-
at again?
New York.
I love my brother
saying
Dallas,
where he-
though.
Oh, fucking Giants.
Love my brother Dallas. Don't get me wrong.
He was looking shitty in practice.
Yeah,
too.
they're like showing them throwing these passes in slow
Dog, the
motion and
crazy
it's going
thing
like
is-
4 yards. to
The
the
crazy
side.
thing is, when he got drafted, niggas didn't even show highlights.
They didn't have any.
They was like, oh shit, they picked that nigga?
They said he was like the 60th rated
Hey,
prospect.
just show him walking to the podium, man, and talk to him and shit for a second. Shit, we stuck. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. I got, even with the break we for money, I think Philly pulls it out. I do got Dallas, Washington. Even though I want Washington to win it, but just because I want Dwayne to come out with the fire and the crazy shit
know.
and the rookie,
That'd
I
be
would
crazy.
love that. But I don't think he has the personnel to do it. So I go Philly, Cowboys, Washington Giants. That's NFC East. So we're going over to the NFC West. That's a tough one. Go ahead, start, Troy.
I got Seattle, San Francisco.
Whoa, the Rams in that division.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I knew I was forgetting a team. So I go Seattle.
Whoa, the Rams in that division.
I always bet on black. Russell Wilson, my guy.
Yep.
So I'm going Seattle,
With the Rams in
LA.
that
Yeah,
division.
they both going to go to the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
They
that's
both going to the
division. That's the
playoffs.
division to
the
get a
Rams?
wild
So
card.
it's like
That's a
12
wild
and 4,
card.
11 and 5.
Yeah.
With
And then
Sue
San
gone.
Antonio.
yeah, then
Did he?
the
San
Arizona.
Antonio and Arizona.
Sue gone.
Kyler, young Kyler. What
They
does
gonna
Kyler do?
last.
What does Kyler do?
Kyler, I don't know. I'm still.
Tampa Bay.
I
Still,
don't
I don't
know.
know.
He had to prove it to me.
Yeah.
5'9".
I think
Go
so.
ahead, Dwayne.
Sue with the Tampa.
Did they
Sue
send him
with
off
the
to
Bucks.
pasture to die?
What's that other team, man? I missed that
Well,
other
he
team.
left. He wants the money.
No. You
San
said
Francisco.
San Francisco. So wait a minute. Who you
Fran.
putting San Francisco or
Oh, yeah,
Arizona?
San Francisco
Sue bought
third. Yeah,
that.
San
San Francisco
Francisco
third,
Sue
Arizona
don't
fourth.
fuck about that.
Go ahead, Donovan.
Dang, how's Jimmy
I
G
got,
going to be after that
He got 10
ACL?
years left.
I got Seattle.
Not this year. Maybe next year.
Y'all got Seattle over the Rams.
Yeah, I got Seattle over the Rams.
They both going to the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, I got
Go ahead,
Seattle over the
Donovan.
Rams.
Yep.
I got Rams second. I got Arizona third. And then
Arizona beaten.
Yeah. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is a
Yeah, I was
great
suspect
quarterback.
on him too.
I think
He was good.
The
He
jury's
he
still
knew.
out.
I think he was good. Bill Belichick had him good.
But quick
That
though,
system, he knows who to get.
but about the Rams though, didn't they keep paying all those players, so they don't have that depth like that, and then they lose like
yeah.
some
They
guys.
They got
That's
Oh,
why
no,
they got
still,
exposed
they
in
still,
the
they
end.
still got
They
pretty
can
much
afford to lose,
everybody.
too, 'cause they
They
got-
still
they-
got
they
pretty
got,
much everybody,
Fowler
and
from
they
Jacksonville.
say, yeah, they did get fouled. I forgot about that. And they did say that they're gonna lower Todd Gurley's
some of those
low,
guys.
which means that he must have been fucked up at the
But
end.
I heard
no,
he
there
was
was no
done.
doubt.
Yeah, I
There
know,
was-
but they was
there
trying
no
not
doubt.
to
He
say
got
it.
DeGiro. He got
Yeah.
that. He got.
Yeah, that's
he
right.
got Roy.
Some
what's
kind of
it-
arthritis.
Portland.
Yeah,
Who was
yeah.
Roy.
Hibbert.
Oh, Brandon
Not
Roy.
Roy,
I mean-
Brandon Roy.
Roy.
The same
Yep.
type of
He got a
injury.
degenerative.
Okay.
Oh, if that's the case, he done.
Yeah, he might.
Yeah,
he might
they was-
stay.
they-
They gonna lighten his load.
Yeah, they
but
said it was
he-
lighten
He
his
not
load.
done.
He got that bag.
Tell him
but
to put it
he
out of
did.
trade.
Yeah, he got it back.
Tell
So
him playing John Kelly.
And you know what?
again.
On a side note, people were speculating that back then. Like I said, I listened to like sports gambling and everything to a degree, and they were saying that they weren't putting him on the injury list to the degree that they were
Yeah.
because it might be something medical to where it doesn't have nothing to do with sports. This is really personal.
Yeah, that's just a condition.
You know what I'm saying? This is like a condition to like where I'm not playing well because my stomach, my hamstring, my ankle. This is something more personal than sports, so I don't have to
I don't have to disclose
this
it.
to you.
I got you.
So that's why you can see everybody seeing like, damn, my
Yeah,
man's
he's
not
fucked up,
performing
but
what
they
he
ain't
is.
saying shit.
But
Right.
they're not saying that what it is. So
got you.
it's kind of like a level to like you can only go so far with the injury report to where they can
Got you.
only report to us.
Yeah, because
But
CJ
And
was
then
balling.
the other half is where it's really like
CJ was
some
balling for a second.
super personal to where it's with only you and your doctor type of
But it kind of
information.
came out of all of a sudden though because you
It-
know the
it was
last 2
way
years,
after.
he was going nuts.
Oh no, Todd was that guy.
He was going nuts.
Yeah, Todd was
Yeah,
that
you're
guy.
absolutely right. You're
So
absolutely right.
so real, who you got? NFC West.
West.
Yep.
Seattle, Rams, 49ers, Cardinals.
Go ahead, Kobe.
Rams.
It's okay.
So none of these other niggas going to playoffs.
Seattle went to the playoffs.
None of these other niggas going to playoffs this year.
Listen, Russ got
I
his
got to
little
roll,
bag.
fellas.
All right, bro.
Russ got his bag, and then
740.
but nah, man. Jared Goff, and then
Okay.
All right.
Rams.
Go ahead.
Wait,
Be off
you
in
think
the
Jared
Super
Goff
Bowl.
better than Russell Wilson? You said it like
They gonna be number one
Jared
in their
Goff ain't
division.
even
Yeah.
close.
You think Jared Goff better than Russell Wilson?
I think the
He
Rams
not-
are better than the
He
Seahawks.
think the Rams are better than Seahawks.
Okay, because you said Jared
Yeah.
Goff and then
Yeah, no,
like,
Jared Goff
is
not better
just-
than Russell Wilson.
I just wanted to make sure.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, the Rams are a better team. than
Okay.
Seattle.
All right, so you go there. All right, brother. Rail out the building. Big Freaky. What up, though?
I rolled this man.
All right,
so.
go ahead. Oh, Kobe out the building.
Man, I'm gonna say, man.
Who farted?
I want to say.
This guy gonna be all.
I want to
Big
say.
Freaky, probably.
I want to say. I want to say the Rams first, then Seahawks. Everybody else can take a seat.
So Rams and Cardinals. 49 seconds. So go ahead, Hayes.
I see it like this, to be honest with you. I see the 49ers winning it. Jimmy G coming back with the offensive coordinator. You remember the offensive coordinator? He was there in Atlanta. They got some shit brewing. I think Jimmy G come back off the ACL. He gonna ball. See the Rams. They gonna obviously it's gonna be it's gonna be a microscope on them. They went to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So they
Lot
had
of film.
So they're gonna be battle tested. They're gonna want to definitely get back. They don't want to have no bad choice. So they'll finish second. I'll give the Seahawks third.
Wait a minute. You said 49ers first?
Yes. I said 49ers are going to win. Yes, I
You
did.
got faith in Jimmy.
No, I do. I do.
The ACL.
I do. I mean, this division right here to me isn't that tough. I think, to be honest with you,
I think in Seattle.
no. To be honest with you,
I
I think the Rams were very overrated for the simple fact. Like I said, I go to this gambling stuff, and I'll just bring this back. They had the Rams in like week 2 or 3 or 4, the same odds of winning as New England.
They were 8-0 though.
No, but what I'm saying is
And they had the most talented roster coming into the league.
But the expectations were they were supposed to be them. They weren't them. That's my whole point. If you're on the
made it
level,
to the Super Bowl.
but they did not. My point is they didn't win it.
They lost
They
to
didn't-
New England.
They got there though because
My
they got
point-
depleted
my
with their
po-
injuries.
They was hurt.
bro.
Endurance. My point is they didn't win it. I said their
you
odds.
said
That was
the same. You
McVay,
said the
bro.
same as New
But I'm
England.
saying they were the same. They only lost by 10 points.
Yeah,
But
they
the game
did.
was
But
9-3 the
they
whole
did not-
time.
But
it was the same.
No,
That's what I'm saying. It was the
but
same.
But they didn't win it though. What I'm saying is though, they're expert because towards the end of the season, early yes, I give you that early yes, but the Rams were not the same team that they were on the
And
second
I'm
half
saying
of the
just
season.
why though? I'm saying if they have that team from the beginning,
It doesn't
they
matter.
win
They
it.
were priced as if they were going to win it all, but they didn't.
And they were there. They had a chance to win it all. We just saying they
what
got
we
there.
saying is that
You acted like they didn't make
yeah,
it
about to say
past
they
the first
made it.
round.
It wasn't
They
like
got
it was
there.
that far
It was a
off.
coin flip.
No, they were not that far off. I get it. I
Okay.
get it. They were close, but they didn't win it though. But you could see towards the tail end, early on, yes, to a degree, but they were priced like extremely high. And then when they were, let me rephrase that. All the way through, they were priced the same way. Because towards the tail end of the season, they weren't the same.
What's his
They
name
was
changed that
hurt.
season
It was
too.
hurt.
It
Cup
changed
going
when they played
out.
Detroit.
Cup changed that.
Cup was huge.
Cup changed that offense when he went out.
huge.
That was.
Cup,
I don't take anything
He was
from
who?
that.
He was
because it
balling.
ended up becoming like they couldn't really do nothing
Yeah, it was
in that
weird.
Super
It was
Bowl.
weird
man.
too.
No, the weird
Golf
thing
was
about
just
the
gunshot.
Rams was,
That's why I don't fuck with golf.
although
like
they
that.
beat Detroit last year, you can see teams switch their game plan to the Detroit game plan.
Yep, I remember. I heard
And
about
that's
that.
when they start having issues.
I heard about that.
And if
Belichick
you-
admitted it.
I heard about
he,
that.
He took Patricia's
Belichick said,
game
man,
plan.
we looked at the Detroit
But guess
Lions
what?
film.
But guess
and
what?
that
It
helped
was
us.
it was a New
exposed them.
England's
Exposed
film.
That exposed them.
It's Patricia. It was New England's
But
film.
I think the problem with Goff's age just got exposed. Because if you look at McVay, they pretty much have to joystick him. He gets up to the 15-second mark to talk to him. So he's like, hey, I'm seeing this. And after them 15 seconds, teams just start switching the defense on
Yeah,
him.
like
So
gotcha.
sometimes I think these guys talk too much
Start
in these
seeing film.
interviews.
Yeah.
When you telling them, I
Yeah.
get to talk to him to 15
Yeah.
seconds in his head.
Well,
All right,
everybody,
all right, we
but,
just switch our
everybody,
call.
but everybody knows that. Though. That's the
Yeah.
standard in the NFL.
I'll give Goff his props, and like I said, I was just kind of like downgrading him. But I would also, like I said, I always give credit when credit is due. They beat New Orleans in a hostile situation, even though the penalty it cost me. Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I bet on this shit.
Drew didn't put that
It-
game away.
No,
when
no,
he
no,
had the
no, no.
chance.
He didn't.
Yeah, 'cause
he
you
didn't.
can,
But
you can call that penalty
but
whatever. You
he
still
didn't.
didn't put the game away.
Because he didn't, Goff capitalized on that. That's my point. So I give Goff his credit. Like I said, I lost $1,100 at work on that shit. I would have won my football pool because of that shit, but I didn't.
That got
You know what I'm saying? Because of that pass interference call, I would have won. But yet and still, though, I give Goff his credit.
Because he went
beat me.
down.
He went down because you didn't do what you needed to do.
Yep.
I
Take care of
capitalized on it.
business. Yep.
That's what you always want
That's
somebody
what
to
you
do.
want.
They didn't do what they
But-
were supposed to do.
Goff's tied for the third
But
best
let's
quarterback
just,
in that division.
because we don't got a lot of time, just
Yep.
put the AFC to like next week with the
Yep,
predictions.
yep.
And let's just
Yep,
touch on
yep,
just some
yep.
other issues.
Yeah. We'll come back to the two early predictions. On some other ish, man. Listen, let's touch on this, man. It was crazy because I saw it late, man. But
Don't say it. Don't say it.
so did anybody see the guy? I don't want to go there. I'm sorry. I'm gonna switch. Let y'all go because I don't want to end it on a negative note, man. It was crazy.
We just talked.
All right, so
Let's just talk, man.
So did y'all see the guy who was unarmed? He was on his knees. It was in Hawthorne, California, bro.
I just saw that today.
And it was like, I mean, he's literally sitting there all by himself on his knees,
Facts.
hands up,
Facts.
hands behind the head. And it was like about 4 or 5 ARs, maybe like 6 Glocks pointed at this guy, and the lady who's video cameraing him. So she's video cameraing him. He's looking at me like Dion. For those who can see us, he's looking at me at Dion.
Donovan.
All these people, Donovan. I'm sorry, and they all were behind him, like right here. So really, I'm filming, but have an AR pointed at me. So if they start shooting him, I'm lit. So it was. My question is this. Obviously, I don't even really want to talk about is police brutality gonna stop when it comes to black men, because it's not. But in this situation, and I don't know if you've seen it or not, Troy, but
I haven't, but it's no different than whatever.
So
we
in this
see.
situation,
I'm watching that
do
shit
you
now.
think?
Let me see if I can
Do you think that camera saved his life?
100%.
I was thinking the same thing.
100%.
I think the camera saved. I think this lady saved his life. If she wasn't camera, bro, they was gonna light him up.
That's just a fortunate situation where someone made it, because we also seen other
Man.
ones where people are being videotaped and killed. Just take the volume off, though.
I am.
Take the volume off. But I just look at it as it's just a situation whereas white people are just going to have to use their privilege and speak up. Of course, we know it's good white people out there, but we won't know that until y'all speak out against police brutality.
Yep.
Quit letting just be okay, cool with the justice system, just taking these crimes and not holding people accountable. They have to be the one to speak up because they're the ones that have the power. They the judges. They the lawyers in these court cases. Y'all see the evidence. You just got to have your type of humanity and speak out on it. But until then, people just going to keep protesting and doing whatever. It's going to be the same vicious cycle. Someone gets killed. Someone's going to tweet about it. We're going to start a ruckus. They're going to do some little fake-ass march that ain't going to do nothing.
And it's over in
People
2
going to talk about unity and all this extra crap.
Yep.
And then we just going to wait till the next person get
Yeah,
killed.
man,
So
it's
it's
tough.
kind of to the point now where as a black person, I'm starting to get PTSD. That's the same reason why I haven't watched the When They See Us documentary.
Oh, I can't watch it.
I'm not because
Sure, I haven't
I
watched-
see too much. I had to, it was to the point where I had to stop watching the news, bro. When you see people get killed, bro, and there's nothing that's being done about it, it makes you question, how does my life feel as a person? How do you view my boys' loss? Like, I got 3 of them.
I can't watch. I haven't watched.
Facts.
And can't watch. I haven't watched that. Most of the time that stuff came out, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Khalif Browder.
I didn't watch that. I took a chance because you already know the story.
Yeah,
That's
you
what's
already
what's
know.
tough, right?
Yeah.
So I took a chance and watched Fruitvale Station.
Facts.
One of my worst decisions. I was
hurt,
ready
man.
to fight, man. Just like I remember when I watched back in the day. Talk about Hayes our age when we went to the movies to see it, and when you go to the movie and you saw Higher Learning,
Oh, yeah.
bro, we was young as fuck when that came out. And we're hot like that. What the fuck?
If you
And so-
black, watch that on the weekend. You can't even go to work. the next day
right.
With that same
there you
energy.
go. Because like,
Don't
I
even tell
haven't-
me my report
So I
late,
haven't
bro.
watched any of the new shit. What's the shit Oprah was in? The slave shit. What's it called?
I don't know.
12 Years a Slave.
I
Haven't
ain't
seen
never
that one.
watch it.
Can't watch that one. What's the one? I can't even watch the one when my man was doing a little bit of good and fucking motherfuckers up.
Birth of a Nation.
I watched Django, but I
I
watch
watched
Django,
Birth
but I
of
can't
a
watch.
Nation.
I didn't watch that.
Nick Cannon made like a little poem, and it's called like if I see another slave movie.
Okay.
And I'm just over them.
Yeah, I couldn't watch that one.
I'm not about to keep even
I
watching
couldn't do
that.
it. I couldn't watch
Show
that
me
one.
different stories.
I know they're probably gonna rape a black woman in it. I can't see it. You know,
Someone
it's just
gonna
stuff
get
that
killed.
it just a piss. So I didn't watch that. I haven't watched 12 Years Later. Any of the new birthing names, I can't do it because, like you said, man, I know what's gonna happen and I know it's gonna piss me off because I know it's like, don't get it twisted. This stuff needs to be told to the people who
facts.
don't know.
Facts.
Right.
But the people who know, man, it's like, man,
Someone said it real though. They're making these movies, and black people don't need to see this.
Nope.
Not at
It's
all.
white people, and then don't come at the end. And now y'all want to take the prosecutor accolades away. That chick done made her money. Y'all gave her book deals.
Now
yeah.
talking
So
about
now
spinning
y'all
on
want
new
to talk
shit.
about. That's how they want to do it. They want to come 30 years later, and now y'all want to do that.
But you know
y'all
how
knew
much
that trial was
she's
some
good.
BS back
She's
then.
good. So
She
she
already
had to.
set up.
Guess what? She had to retire 2 years early.
It's
Who
no
gives a
difference
fuck?
than when these
You know what I'm saying?
officers get killed.
So
They give them they payoff,
I-
and then they go somewhere else and become a police officer. They don't get fired. They get transferred.
I just watched the 2-minute video, and these are my quick thoughts on it. Like I said, it's only 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
He's talking about the Hawthorne police situation to start this
And I want to touch on
conversation.
something that you just said too, as well, Troy. That's ridiculous, man. That's sad. I watched, like I said, this is just instantly, but it had to be at least a minute plus where he was just sitting there with his arms behind his head.
Anybody could have arrested him.
Go walk up to him. Anybody could have. What is the prolong? Why are you prolonging this? And like I said, police, they have to. You know what I'm saying? Why are you escalating this to the situation? I counted at least 5 cars. I don't know what was said, but it's regardless. My man, if you tell somebody some commands, and they do as you say, there shouldn't be any issues after that. If I tell you to do this and then you do this, okay, they're
But
obeying.
look, we got to look at
then,
the facts of reality. My bad to cut you off because it's just when I hear this, I get so pissed off. But if you even look back in the day, Elijah Muhammad, he was having a debate with the leader of the KKK. And that dude told him, he said, soon we won't even have to wear these hoods. We're going to be your judges. We're going to be your cops. And we're going to be your lawyers. And look what we're doing now. When you can look at it's overwhelming evidence. Yeah. You see a guy shot on camera in the back. You see guys, I'm just saying, they're seeing all this. And then even in 2006, they're seeing it's high like white nationalism or Ku Klux Klan. They basically saying they have invaded police forces.
Yeah,
Bro,
without a doubt.
have you seen
But my point is though, watching this video that Malcolm brought up though, it shouldn't take that fucking long for you to get your job done.
Yeah. But they doing it because they can.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't take that long. Like I said, it doesn't take that long. Flat out, it does not take that long. If you tell this man to do this and he commands or what you do, it shouldn't take that long.
But it's a choice, bro. So I'm still saying it shouldn't.
They're not doing their job because of the perception of what we have.
They're
Whatever it is marked in their head, they have a bad perception of.
This is why I say it's a choice. Because if you look at one situation, my bad, I'm not trying to cut you off. Because I'm saying everything you're saying is right. But I seen one situation. This white guy had a knife in his hand.
Right.
They have knives in their hand, guns, and they talk them
they
down.
Yes,
They use
yes,
all their
that's my point.
negotiation skills.
That's my point.
You reach for your wallet.
You guys are agreeing.
That's what I'm saying. We agree.
Right.
And that's what I'm saying. They just
But-
making
right,
the choice to
right,
be
right.
evil, and then you reach for your wallet, they pop you.
And it goes back to my point to where we don't need better police training.
Oh, hell
like,
no.
like,
That's the last
like,
thing we need.
Right. For example, like if you tell somebody to make a pizza and they fuck about a pizza, they know how to make a pizza. You know what I'm saying? These police people, they know how to do their job. They're just not doing it.
That's fucked up.
I think
They're just not doing it.
for me to touch
On
on
purpose.
this,
On purpose.
So it goes back to what Troy was saying.
Yes.
Because they are the K.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Have you seen Black Klansman?
No,
Yeah.
I haven't
Don't
seen
watch it.
I haven't seen
Because that shit gonna piss you
it.
off.
What, with Denzel Washington's son?
Yep. Hey, bro,
I haven't seen
it shows you basically the same thing. It's,
Like-
you know, he infiltrated it, and all them became, and it ends up showing you the stuff where all is so prevalent. Like, don't get it twisted. The fucked up thing is this. Back in the 60s, 70s, our parents went through some shit, and we saw the highlights. And there were dogs biting and water spraying. So if we saw the highlights and like that, think about what happened in the cut.
can't see.
Right. And that's my thing. I want to bring it back to what you were saying, and a point that I kind of disagree with y'all about is because you say it saved his life because it was cameras. I do not believe that at all.
It's just that one situation.
No.
It was just
I do not believe
aberration.
just
That's
because
all it
there's
was.
cameras.
It's an aberration.
Because nowadays people don't even believe what their eyes see. You can see this shit for plain as day, and people will just argue a point and make you think about something that'll change your perception of what your eyes really see.
My only thing is, with that situation, since it was so cutting dry, since there was cameras, there was no way he could spin it. I just saw another situation like that. I don't know if y'all saw it. My man's out sitting in a car at a gas station.
Yeah.
Almost
And the police officer
got.
stopped him.
Yeah.
If he wasn't filming,
listen.
he was gone.
Yeah, and guess what?
gone.
No, because listen, guess what?
No,
was
he
like,
missed.
No. He didn't shoot. He listen.
No.
I'm saying
Go ahead.
I'm saying the dude was like, all you gotta do is go ahead and drive away.
Right. He was like reaching.
Okay.
He was like turn the car
Bruh,
off.
if you would have drove away, blah.
No, I know what
if
you.
I didn't have
no,
that camera
no,
on,
no,
bruh.
no. I know what you're talking about. But just to rebut that, it was a situation like you said. It was a time in Alabama where a dude pulled into the gas station. He was getting out. He didn't even know he was like, what did I do? He got out.
And he got shot?
And then he was like, oh, well, let me see your ID. He said, okay, my ID's right here. He
told-
was going
you
to get his
told me
ID,
to
and he
reach for
shot
it.
him.
Yep.
Good thing he didn't kill him, though. But he was
Right,
following
understand.
directions, though.
That was
You know what
South
I'm saying?
Carolina.
Right, or South Carolina.
see.
I knew it was in the South. My bad. I said Alabama, South Carolina.
But see how we just had
but-
all these. I'm just saying my bad.
So the
We had
camera.
other
So he had a camera. My point is, my bad. No mean to cut you
No,
off.
you
Stuff,
good.
but he had a camera on his dash. He didn't give a fuck about that camera. He still was in the wrong because I told you to do this.
Yeah.
He did this, and you still
did.
shot
I never
him.
remember my
That's
man
that
So
fear.
they don't give a fuck about a
It's
camera.
fear.
The
Hallway down
camera
the
is
street.
irrelevant to me.
Yeah, it's fair.
But they're giving.
They don't
black
give a
people,
fuck about a camera.
And I'm saying, and then in return, they're giving you conflicting
Oh yeah.
commands.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh, they
move.
trying to fool you.
Show me this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show me
Don't
this.
move.
Don't move.
Show
but
me
show
this.
me this.
Right.
So it's
show me
like,
this.
bruh, I'm
Right.
just like, I ain't grabbing nothing.
Hey, listen.
Right.
It's to the point now I'm nervous when I
Yes.
get pulled over. My hand's on the wheel. It's like this, and
You
you
know
can
what?
still
You know
shoot
what?
me,
I
and it
followed
don't
you up.
matter.
I want to testify just for how I told my coworkers this, and it's kind of blowed on some blow shit. But I got pulled over a couple of months ago, and I'm driving. I ain't gonna lie. I'm driving an older car. It's a 2004 Ion. The windows are manual. You got to reach. This is an old car. You got to reach over. You got to reach
shit.
over to
To
roll
roll
the
down.
windows down. This
Dang.
motherfucker, you don't just hit a button. This motherfucker, oh,
Yeah.
nah, baby. I'm driving to where I drive it. You know, I don't give a fuck. I drive
Right.
it. But I got pulled over in Detroit, so I felt a little bit more comfortable. So he pulled over. When he came to my car, he came to the passenger side. I thought he was going to come to the driver's side. So he went to the passenger side. I had to reach over and roll my window down. I'm just glad that he didn't think
in
that
the
I
D.
was going to do anything
Right,
It was in the D.
bad or anything whatnot. But,
And that's
you
just
know,
the
it's
problem
just a-
because my thing is I don't ever want to put the whole dispersion on all the law enforcement because I've had sometimes
yeah, it's been-
sometimes I've had white cops and
Yeah,
it's been,
it has been.
a cool interaction.
Yes,
But
it
what
has
I'm
been.
saying
Yes,
is
sir. Yes, sir.
the problem is
Yes, sir.
the guys that's out here making this ruckus, being assholes to people. Nobody holding them accountable.
Yeah, that's
So,
the problem.
Yo, homeboy,
The
you
thing
need
is,
to hold
but you
yourself
should,
accountable,
and
but
that's
you
the
don't
thing.
got a jail system that's gonna hold you accountable. A lot of these guys kill these people. They start a GoFundMe for them, so they getting money from that.
I mean,
It's pretty much like, dang, I'm getting money for just killing.
They're getting off on being wrong, and that's the fucking problem. And until that changes, then it's not going to.
But what's the
change.
deterrent? There's
That's
no
what I'm
deterrent.
saying.
This is
No
They're not
one's
getting
locked
fucked
up.
up.
to me, I think really.
Let them get the death penalty for killing
Yeah.
somebody.
No,
That's it.
realistically,
Maybe that's
I
right.
really think this is the deterrent because when people sue in civil suits, because they get that money in civil suits, they don't, you know, what I'm saying, they don't get the punishment of going to
I got a
jail.
quick rebuttal, but keep going.
But however, the families get paid in the money from that, and they have to get kept quiet of that.
Yeah.
However, that money is not coming out of that
Person,
state.
yo, it's a
no.
city.
So it's not coming out of that city or that county or whatever. It's coming from the state. So they're not liable for it. Think about it. If you're getting sued for $6.4 million and your county's not making that fucking much money, and you're only bringing in 2.2 or something like that, and I guarantee you're gonna start smartening up. Because they don't want all that fucking
Yeah,
money,
but And that's
why I
all
wanted
that
to say
money,
this.
because
Go
they're
ahead. I
winning.
was
Don't
gonna
get me
say this
wrong.
right quick.
They're sweeping their civil suits under the rug. They're getting that money under the rug,
and
but they
that's what I
can't
was
speak on
saying.
it.
Like, if you look at it, they adjust to the system. So now they trying to even cap the amount that you can even
Right.
get for a
Right.
wrongful killing. It's something like, hey, you just get this $250K, and that's the law.
Right.
So if now you only coming out $250, oh yeah, we can take
Right.
that loss because now we ain't losing.
Before we
$6
wrap
million.
up, I just
Yeah,
gotta
go
say
ahead.
this: the only way change is gonna happen is Troy kind of touched on it. Is if other police officers start holding police
they're
officers
self-accountable. That's it.
It's like when you're young and you at home with your siblings and something
Yeah.
happens, you break something, your dad or your mom come home. Somebody got to be held accountable.
Yeah.
Or if
It
you about
couldn't
to
be
see your
one
boy
person.
do some stupid stuff, hey,
Exactly.
bro, chill out. Don't talk
Yeah.
to them like that.
Exactly.
So wrap it up, bud.
So like you said, man, holding each other accountable just like we hold each other accountable on the sports shit every motherfucking week. It's the only way that the shit's gonna happen. So basically, man, at the end of the day, live a good way. Like live like you want to be treated. Simple and plain. You know what I mean? So if you out here, do the right thing. You know the moral thing to do. As you go through day by day, make sure you're doing the moral thing, man, and thing. I think we'll be a better world. Just everybody becomes more of a moral person, man. But man, shout out to Donovan coming through, man. I hope you come back next week. We haven't had you in a while, my guy. Troy, Hayes, Rail, Lance, Kobe, they had to go. Go ahead, Troy,
sign off because I want to thank Cuz for coming through.
Yeah,
and thanks for
man.
everybody who viewed. Keep
calling
interacting.
in.
Like I said, we talking sports during the summer. Everybody, we gonna get to those deep conversations because ain't gonna be no sports to talk about.
Buddy.
So you gonna see stuff like this.
Got
But
baseball.
Donovan, I saw you on a little podcast or something that you've
Yep,
been doing.
shout
Just
it
plug
out.
it right quick.
Oh yeah,
Everybody,
I
let
got
everybody
a
follow you.
podcast with me and one of my real close friends named B. It's called Not Another Damn Podcast. We do pretty much the same things. Me and him. It's more of a. We really focuses on the finals right now. We do
Yep,
other
of
things
course.
too. So on our next episode, we'll be talking about the Central Park Five, Jay-Z being the billionaire, and so we got a lot of stuff.
Man, we didn't touch on Ho. Shout out to Ho.
How's the hope for the next being?
I just want to quietly just give myself an L for me being the sports gambler that I am. I bet on the Belmont Stakes this weekend.
Uh-oh.
And I should have came home with $2,100, but I scratched the horse off.
Ooh, sound like an Uncle Gary story.
Yeah, I fucked up. So
Hey.
y'all call me the sports gambler and whatnot. But I'll take my L's. I'll gladly take my L's. I should have came home with some money, but I didn't.
Man,
I had one hurt.
House made sure they won, baby.
Yeah. shout out to all our sports and other ish fans, man. We out, man. Another episode closing, baby.
Thank you so much.